Good morning po. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, ang ating po mapapakinggan ay ang pag-iimbestiga ng flood control sa Senado. Kaya, ayan, ngayon ay September 1, araw ng Lunes po. Ayan.
Officer in charge, Office of the District Engineer, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. Engineer Norberto Santos, Chief Planning and Design Section, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. Engineer R.J. Damasig, Project Engineer, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. Engineer Merg Jaron Claus, Materials Engineer, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. And Maria Cristina May Pineda, Cashier 3, Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have with us Commissioner Romeo D. Lumagi Jr. From the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services, Bryce. Hasn't arrived yet, Your Honor. Invitation was... Oh. From Dos Pag-asa, Engineer Roy Badilla. From Metro Manila Development Authority, Attorney Romando Artes. From Silver Wolves Construction Corporation, Miss Melanie Raimundo, Authorized Managing Officer of Raymond Builders. Your Honor, we also have here the presence of Mr. Mark Alan Arevalo, General Manager of Wawaw Builders. And for the DPWH...
Before that, where is the owner of Wawaw? Mr. Arevalo? Is he here? You come forward. Is he the owner of the construction company?
His title is General Manager, Your Honor.
Okay.
Those are all that are present today, Mr. Chair.
Before we continue, let me acknowledge the presence of Senator Bato de la Rosa. You may want to administer the oath of other respondents who may not have taken their oath in the
Yes, Your Honor.
last hearing.
Your Honor, before the oath, I would like also to inform that there are about 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 contractors against whom subpoenas were served, but they are not here right now.
Can you please, Mr. Secretary, with all due respect, Mr. Chair, can you please mention the names of those
Maria-
who aren't here yet?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may proceed. Ms. Maria Roma Angeline Armando, owner-manager St. Timothy Construction Corporation, is subpoena was served on August 22nd. Mr. Iomir Villanueva, President of Top Notch Catalyst Builders, Inc. Excuse me. A subpoena was served on August 22nd.
I think the other one is here. Come forward.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence Lubiano, President Centerways Construction.
He's here, oh.
Oh, hindi.
What about those officials invited from the DPWH who are not here as of this moment?
Your Honor, from the... Your Honor, before I go there, to complete the list, Aderma of Sun West is also not here.
Good morning, Your Honor. May I I'm the authorized officer, Your Honor, of SunWest Inc.
Where is
Miss,
the owner?
Miss Alcaraz, the president, Your Honor,
Where is
is
she?
coming. She's
Where-
just a minute away, Your Honor. to
We
the
cannot
Honorable
accept representatives here.
Court. Yes, Your Honor. She's arriving anytime now, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I noticed that some of these, they're not owners, Mr. Chair. They're like managing the officer, director, president. Can we invite the owners? Why? I mean, this is a full-blown hearing, and yet they only send representatives. We want, Mr. Chair, if possible, I manifest that we invite them here or subpoena the owners, not these representatives, Mr. Chair, because there will be questions we'll be asking later that they won't be able to answer, Mr. Chair. They might tell us like, papaalam pa sa ganito, kakausapin namin. We need the owners here, the proprietors, Mr. Chair.
That's correct, Your Honor. I think we made clear from the beginning that those invited are the owners or beneficial owners of these initial 15 construction companies, although they are not limited to 15, I suppose. So kung kayo po ang dumating, representative lang kayo, sana meron kayong dala-dala na dokumento na kayo ay makapagsasalita in their behalf na ang sasabihin nyo will bind the company. Okay din sa amin nyo. Pero kung wala kayong ganon, pasensya na po, ang kailangan dito talaga ay yung may-ari na talagang sasagot sa mga tanong namin. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, isa pa, sabi po ng DG po natin, Director General, meron po yatang 4 na pinadala na sa PINA pero hindi pa rin po sumipot.
What is the pleasure of the body in connection with those recalcitrants?
I move, Mr. Chair, that we issue a warrant of arrest for these people who refuse to attend despite the fact that we have already sent a subpoena, Mr. Chair.
I second the motion.
There's a motion to issue warrant of arrest to those invited resource persons. And the second, the motion is adopted.
Mr. Chair, may I know who else from the Department of Public Works who were invited but are not here as of this moment?
Mr. Chair, if I may continue about the officers of the Public Works, those who are not here but who were invited are Regional Director Gerard Opulencia, OIC Regional Director, National Capital Region.
I think he's there.
Already.
Somebody signaling.
Okay, thank you. Engineer JP Mendoza, Chief Construction Division, Bulacan First District Engineering Office.
Is he here? Maybe those who are here present, maybe they can sit down in front of us, in the gallery. Sa VIP gallery. Dun, yun mga wala namang business dyan sa gallery, tumayo na lumipat sa'yo. Ibang upuan.
Mr. Juanito Mendoza, Accountant 3, Bulacan First District Engineering Office.
Is he here? Where is Mr. Juanito? Ano apelido?
Juanito Mendoza and GP Mendoza, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Juanito Mendoza present?
Let me acknowledge the presence of Senator J.B. Ejercito.
Who else, Mr. Secretary?
That is all, Mr. Chair. Number 18, Bryce Hernandez is here, Your Honor. Engineer Bryce Erickson Hernandez.
Where is he?
Wala. He's not yet here. I'm sorry.
Where is Mr. Hernandez?
He's former Assistant District Engineer, Bulacan First District Engineering Office.
Okay. If he's not here until 10 o'clock, we issue warrant of arrest.
To observe proper procedures, we have to complement the original motion to hold these persons invited but did not care to present themselves today. They should be all cited in contempt,
Yeah.
preparatory to the issuance of a warrant of arrest for purposes of procedures.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for correcting me on that. May we know, Mr. Chair, who are these people who were invited yet failed to show up again despite of the subpoena issued by the Office of the Senate President, Mr. Chair? Can we ask the Secretary?
Your Honor, if I may proceed. A subpoena was served on Maria Roma Angeline Rimando, owner-manager of St. Timothy Construction Corporation, August 22, 2025. She is not here. Number one. Number two, a subpoena against Yumir Villanueva, President Top Notch Catalyst Builders. A subpoena was served also on August 22nd. Mr. Lawrence Lubiano, President Centerways Construction and Development Corporation. Already? Okay. Sorry, so that's two. Aderma Angeli Alcazar, President CEO SunWest. A subpoena was served. But she's already here. Okay, thank you. Mr. Edgar Acosta is not here, but he is represented by Mr. Edsel Marbella, Hightone Construction and Development Corporation. And then Mr. Mark Alan Arevalo, Wawa Builders is, I think, already here. No?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Senator.
thank you. If the motion of Senator Tolpo was recalled, then may I move to cite in contempt all these absent invitees so that warrants can be issued against them, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Second the motion.
So the motion, it has been seconded that all persons invited and properly served with subpoena but did not appear in today's hearing are all cited in contempt in preparation for the eventual issuance of a warrant of arrest.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Ulitin lang po namin dun sa mga in-invite natin na mga contractors belonging to the initial 15. Yung iba nga po ngayon, hanggang ngayon ay nagmamatigas pa na ayaw pumunta rito. Para po maipakita namin ang kaseryosohan ng pagdinig na ito. Gusto nga namin i-accommodate kayo para sa ganon, matukoy natin talaga kung sino talaga ang mas malaki ang pananagutan sa napakalaking pinsala na nagawa ng pagbaha sa ating bansa sapagkat hindi naman talaga nagawa ang mga projects ang ayon sa dapat mangyari. Yung mga projects dapat maproteksyonan ng communities, ngunit ang nangyari, kabaligtaran. Kanina po, binabanggit ko na marami na kaming kinausap na mga ehensya ng ating pamahalaan. Yung AMLAC po nakahanda sangayon sa due process na hinihingi na ngayon ay kanilang pinatutupad na, kayo po'y kanilang tinutugay-gayan na mapipris po ang inyong mga assets. Nag-call na rin po kami ng outlook sa immigration. Lahat po ng maaensang dapat nakausapin nandyan na. Ang pick-up, nakahanda po kayong iparibok lahat ang mga lisensya sa sandaling mapatunayan natin. Ang DPWs may karapatang mag-blacklist yan sa ilalim ng kanilang pamamahala. Pwede po namin sigurong sabihin na Makipagtulungan na kayo. Sa tingin namin, kayo naman ang hindi most guilty. So siguro pwede nating pag-usapan na sa ngayon, iniisip namin, baka para lang maingganyo kayo makipag-cooperate. Sabihin na natin, wala munang criminal prosecution. Kasi po, plunder lahat ang lalabas nito eh. Bilyon-bilyong piso po ito. Kaya kung sakali po na kayo ay ma-prosecute, puro plunder po ito. Alam namin na mabigat ito. Inaasahan nyo ba na kayo lang ang magdudusa dito? Na kung magturo kayo halimbawa ng mas may malalaking pananagutan dito, sino sa DPWH ang may direktang may kagagawa nito? Ituro po ninyo. Sino po sa mga funder, sino po mga politiko na may kagagawa nito? Ituro po ninyo. Kayo ang magiging liability nyo lang, siguro civil damages. Kung papayag kayo, you indemnify the government. Ibalik nyo yung pera na nawala. Patulong kayo sa mga insurance companies na nag-post ng mga bonds para hindi kayo masyadong masaktan. Kung matutukoy pa ninyo kung sino-sino yung mga yan, sa tulong ng Insurance Commission. Ibig ko sabihin, para hindi kayo ang magigitin lang ng leeg, magturo na kayo. Yun po yung gusto namin mangyari rito. Bagamat meron pong nagbigay na ng mga feelers, ngunit meron po talagang sumulat sa amin na nagsasabi na gusto na nilang magtapat, ngunit ang sabi nila, nanganganib po ang buhay namin at ang buhay ng aming pamilya. So kayo po ang magdesisyon diyan. So let's proceed. Sino po ang gustong makapagtanong?
Before that, Mr. Chair, would like to request the COMSEC to administer the oath to all resource persons present here today.
May I proceed, Mr. Chair? To all those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Stand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. For the record, everyone said yes, Your Honor.
The minority there may want to... ikaw muna.
With the permission of the chairman and of course our President Pro Tem, there has been a brewing controversy, not only with the DPWH but also with the attached agency under the DTI, and particularly PICAB, which was created by Republic Act 4566 in 1965. As a matter of fact, in that Republic Act, the 3 board members of PICAB should be submitted to the Commission on Appointments, which they have never done. It was amended by PD 1746 in 1980, but I think it's about time we amend this, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. Right now, the PICAB, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, is under the CIAP, the Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines, which is an attached agency to the TTI. Palagay ko, after this series of questions that I would like to propose, Mr. Chairman, we would be able to come up with a law or an amendment to 4566 so that we may streamline these issuances of licenses and the like, as far as contractors are concerned. So with your permission, may I proceed now?
Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the Alpha and Omega Construction and the St. Timothy Constructions were included in the top 15 flood control contractor list by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. On the SEC papers, ibang owners and composition of the company, but in actuality, alam naman ng lahat na iisa lang ang may-ari nito. Alpha and Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction Corporations were registered in the SEC and pick up with different addresses, but all in Pasig City. However, in the 2022 case of St. Timothy et al. Versus the BIR, with CTA case number 10472, iisa lang ang address nila lahat. Number 35 Tadco Compound, Jacinto Street, Malinaw, Pasig City. Now, my question for Pickup is this. For Pickup and the SEC, do you agree that there is material misrepresentation? Saan sila hahabulin ko iba-ibang ginagamit na address?
Mr. Chair, may I request my Executive Director to answer? Attorney.
What is the name of the person who will reply to the query of Senator Soto?
Your Honor is Attorney Herbert Matienzo, the Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board.
You are the chairman. You cannot answer for that. Engineer Taka, you come in with very strong credentials. As a matter of fact, friends of mine have been calling me, telling me that you are a man of honesty and integrity. Why are you pointing to your executive director?
Our Executive Director runs the day-to-day activities of PICAB, Your Honor.
Was he administered the oath? That's it. Mr. Chairman, may we ask that the person that Engineer Dakay would like to answer be administered the oath?
Before we continue, Senator Soto, let me just acknowledge the presence of Senator Risa Ontiveros and Senator
Morning,
Annie
Chair.
Marcos.
Where is he?
Administer mo na.
Itaas ang anak kami. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole
So the question, Mr. Chairman, there is material misrepresentation, is it not? Saan sila hahabulin? O iba-iba ginagamit nilang address?
Good morning, sir. I would like just to confirm, sir, that we are unaware of the CTA case filed by St. Timothy in the Court of Tax Appeals. In that regard, sir, we will check onto this, sir, and verify po the address that was in our database. But considering, sir, that the address that was given to us remains to be there, sir, then...
You are allowed to sit down, please.
We have vacancy.
Good morning, sir. Herbert Matienzo po, Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board. With regard to the case po filed with the CTA, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board is unaware of the filing of the case po of St. Timothy against the BIR. But then again, sir, we will look into that case, check the addresses po given, and in case there is a misrepresentation, sir, then the PCAB has following the rules on license contracting.
Therefore, your answer to my question is a yes.
Yes, sir.
But you're saying that you're not aware of the CTA case?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Brad, you're under oath, huh?
Yes, sir. We are not. I am not aware
I
of
was
this.
given a different information by the palace. By the afternoon, after you guys met me in the morning.
We will check our record, sir.
I'm warning you, Brad, be careful, ha? Basta you answer it truthfully, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're not aware of the St. Timothy case?
I am personally not aware of the St. Timothy case filed with the
I'll
city.
hold you to that. All right? Okay, now. Also, the mentioned companies, including Elite Construction Corporation, have different authorized managing officers to represent the contractors. But the beneficial owner is the same. It has interlocking directorship, may corporate layer ba? Are you aware of this scheme, Engineer Dakay?
No, sir, we're not.
So where are your mechanisms to flag companies misrepresenting through corporate layerings or fronting? Because it seems that the contractors, they just make another corporation and even sole proprietorship if you deny them their license.
Actually, Your Honor, we operate on the presumption of regularity. We have a checklist of documents that they have to submit via an online portal, and these are evaluated for actually their style and substance. And if the papers and the documents are found to be regular, then there is a recommendation for the approval of your license.
But Mr. Chairman, Engineer Dakay, in the IRR governing licensing of contractors in the Philippines, Section 3.3, letter K says, the licensee must at all times observe and adhere to the letters and spirit of the Code of Ethics for Contractors. PCAB is the circumvention of the law by misrepresentation of address and composition of the corporation. Isn't that this a violation of this section?
It certainly is, Your Honor.
It is. Okay. Now, regarding the equipment capacity requirement, also, as stated in Section 4.5D of the IRR, the invoice of each equipment and its certification of registration with its official receipt are required. So again, I ask the pickup, if you already reviewed, scrutinized, and compared all the equipment documents of Elite Construction, Alpine Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction, these corporations, ang office, iisa lang ang building nila. Hindi kaya pare-pare yung equipment lang ang pinakita at sinabi sa inyo?
Your Honor, they are asked to submit certificates of registration for each unit of equipment. And
Certification, but you do not inspect.
you mean, Your Honor, the actual
Physically, yes.
units? No, Your Honor.
You do not. Ito isa sa mga nakikita nating nagiging problema natin dito, Your Honor, Mr. President. Now, all of this, ang pagkakaalam nga namin, ang may-ari nito ay sila Mrs. Diskaya, ano? And Mrs. Diskaya is here. So, pwede po bang, Mrs. Diskaya, pwede po bang ibalita nyo sa amin, ikwento nyo sa amin yung mga napanood namin sa inyo sa television na sinasabi ninyo. Kailan po kayo unang nagkaroon ay kumita ng bilyon sa construction industry? Anong taon po yun?
Good morning po. Bilyon po.
Opo, kwento nung, narinig po namin sa television, sinasabi nyo sa interview nyo dahil tinanong kayo kung anong naging gateway para gumanda ang buhay nyo. Sabi nyo kayo hindi naman nakakaangat ng araw. At tapos sabi ninyo ay noong DPWH na kami. Yun po yung sagot ninyo eh. So, at tinanong kung magkano at sabi nyo bilyon. Kailan po itong unang bilyon na kumita kayo sa DPWH?
For the knowledge of everyone, so St. Gerard, Alpha and Omega, we have been in the construction business for 23 years. So I would presume that in the 23 years, pwede naman siguro kami po kumita. Yung billion, when I said DPWH, because prior to that, we were in local government. So ang hirap makasingil sa local government. They spliced the video that was taken of me and just mentioned the DPWH. So, contractor na po kami for 23 years.
So you're saying that the television station and the persons interviewing you edited your answers?
I think so, sir, kasi I did mention that I was doing local government as well as private po.
Yeah, if I may, with
Yes, with the
my
permission of the chairman, Senator President Pro Tem.
Ma'am Sara, ano ba naging trabaho niyo bago kayo pumasok sa mga kontrata sa gobyerno?
My father was a contractor before.
Kontrata rin
Pero,
siya?
yes po.
Kontrata rin sa DPW?
For LGU po. LGU. And then ako, I worked sa ibang bansa. Yun po.
Anong work mo sa ibang bansa?
I was a dental receptionist and an orthodontic nurse.
So you are a doctor? Nurse?
No po.
Yung asawa mo, ano trabaho?
He worked sa isang development corporation, and him and his brother were parang private contractors sa subdivision namin.
All right, Mr. Chair, I would like to reserve all my questions if my turn comes already.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to continue. Senator, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay, with the permission of the
Senator
Minority Leader.
Soto, the Minority Leader. Ma'am, very clear man yun sa video na sinabi mo. Kung kailan kayo kumita ng malaki, sabi mo, noong nag-DPWH na kami. Ngayon, gusto mong i-attribute yung wealth ninyo going back noon pa sa tatay mo, nung nagsimula kayo ganon. Pero very clear, the video won't lie. Sinabi mo, noong nag-DPWH na kami.
Yes po.
So, kailan ba kayo nag-DPWH?
Parang sometime in 2012, nag-start kami with DPWH.
Can you be definite with your answer? Parang 2012? Oh, please, because you're under oath, please.
Yes po.
Make sure of your answers.
Sometime in 2012, we started with DPWH. We started with joining biddings. Pero prior to that, we were with local government.
Yung mga flood control projects, kailan kayo nag-engage ng flood control projects sa DPWH?
Siguro mga 2016 onwards.
Please make sure of your answer.
Yes po, 2016 onwards po.
2016 onwards.
Yes po.
2016 onwards. May follow-up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Kasi based on your... Una sa lahat, would like to clear the reason that we're asking you this, and centering on you at the start. Ganon din ang gagawin naming takbo doon sa ibang mga kontratista rito na naibitin natin na nasa top 15 ng presidente. Nasa top 15 ng presidente, may mga flood control projects, mayroong guni-guni, mayroong ghost, mayroong nagawa, may nagawang palpak, okay, may nagawang tama. Ngayon, tapos marinig namin yung kwento sa television na tungkol doon sa sinasabi nyo na napakarami ninyong kinita at ika nga sa DPWH to 2016 kayo nag-umpisa sa DPWH. Pero yung mga pinakitang mga sasakyan ninyo ay 2022, 2025, 2024. So, lately, yung matindi, hindi po ba, na mga income ninyo? Mga anong taon kaya sa tingin ninyo? What year would you say that you were able to engage or be able to get projects from the DPWH for flood control projects? What year?
Yun nga po, nag-start kami makakuha ng pailan-ilan, pero 2016 po onwards po. Yes.
2016 onwards. In 2017, how much did you pay the BIR on your income tax?
Sorry, I don't have the data on me right now kasi I have an accountant that handles that po. Pero I can get it for you. If
Yes, please. May we request that
Yes po.
we find out how much your income taxes were paid from that time, 2016 to the present. No?
Okay po.
All right. Now, Mr. Chairman, in 2015, St. Gerard, which you own also, no, Mrs. Discaya, was suspended by the DPWH. In 2020, they were blacklisted by the DPWH. However, St. Gerard's pickup license was renewed and is valid from July 1, 2023 to January 28, 2026. For St. Timothy, which you also own, it was found out by the President that the 2023 Bulacan River project amounting to 96.4 million was deemed completed even in more than 200 meters of revetment were not built. St. Timothy's pickup license was also renewed 2025 to 2027. So, Engineer Takay, what is the basis for the renewal despite the issues in their previous projects?
Sir? Mr. Chair?
Engineer Takay, can you not answer? You're the chairman. Bakit itong executive director ang pinasasagot niyo na pinasasagot?
Yeah, the blacklist that was issued by the DPWH, Your Honor, has certain time limitations. So, once a notice that the project has been completed, then the blacklist is lifted. And PICAB actually limit of responsibility is we can only institute disciplinary action upon a complaint or a verified violation.
Ibig sabihin, pag walang nagko-complain, sige lang na sige.
Mr. Chair.
That is the limit of our responsibility, Your Honor.
The IRR, Section 4.2 states that disqualification under letter CA, involvement in any construction, malperformance of grave consequence, PICAB under this section, hindi sila, are they not disqualified for renewal?
The blacklist, Your Honor, is issued by the DPWH. If the blacklist is lifted by the implementing agency, then their licenses can be renewed. However, we also have another mechanism that if there is a verified complaint or complaint from the LGUs or from the implementing agency, then we hear the case and then apply the penalties that are commensurate to the offenses that are being committed. For example, Your Honor, the DOLI reports to us a lot of infractions that are committed by contractors, such as unlicensed contractors implementing construction work, unsafe practices resulting in the death of people in the workplace, and we act upon that immediately. In fact, Your Honor, we submitted upon the request of the BIR, we submitted last July 25 our transmittal regarding the request for the documents of the construction group of Diskaya, because if and when the Bureau finds out that their papers are not actually compatible to the papers that are submitted at the PCAB, then we will suspend or revoke all of their licenses automatically because there is now complaint. And we have communicated with the Bureau. In fact, I have met with Commissioner Lumagi once, and we have responded to their letter, and along with our letter, we have submitted reams of documents for the Bureau to review, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Mr.
may I
Chair,
interject?
with the
Wait, before
Minority Leader.
before we proceed, let me acknowledge first the presence of our Majority Leader. A quick question, Commissioner. Yung imposition ng suspension is Section 99 ng RA 12009. Blacklisting is under Section 100, correct? Pareho namang nalilif ang suspension and blacklisting. There's no problem there because it's in the law. I think the trajectory of the Senator Soto's question, kung paano natin madidisiplina. Why don't you, for example, resort to Section 101 of the same Republic Act? Kasi dito sinasabi niya, imposition of blacklisting with perpetual disqualification. I believe kung ang pinag-uusapan ay ghost projects. Kasi makikita mo pagka blacklisting and perpetual disqualification, dapat recidivist na siya, ulit-ulit na siya, 3 or more. Kapag ka ghost projects ang pinag-uusapan, I think this is 10 times over. Halimbawa, nakalagay dito sa blacklisting, corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices. Katulad ng ghost, drawing up or using forged documents. Ghost projects. Hindi po pwedeng mag-apply yung Section 101, but there is a perpetual disqualification of this. You have to look into this. Yun siguro ang gusto mong puntuhan ng Senator, di ba?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, thank you,
And
sir.
then I think we have to put a limit muna, sir. Kasi medyo gusto nang magtanong yung iba.
Sige,
makakabalik ka naman, boss.
I'll try to wind up for a while.
Yes.
Marami pa po akong tanong eh. My point here is that I want to amend the law creating the PCAB. Kailangan lagyan ng mas matinding power, mas maraming koordinasyon at coordinate sa DPWH, hindi lang sa DTI. So my line of questioning is towards that. Kung ano mga naging performance nyo, ang ginagawa ninyo, paano nyo dinidisqualify, paano yung license ninyo. I heard you have 45,000 accredited contractors nationwide. Mambigat eh. At tapos, ang sabi niyo, maliit na kumpanya kayo, maliit na agency lang kayo. Tatlo yung board member nyo, yung 2 board member mo, are you aware that they are contractors also? Engineer Takay?
Yes, Your Honor. I am aware. In fact, EGB has actually filed a voluntary leave of absence the day after their name appeared on the list of.
So when they were appointed by whoever, President Duterte or President Marcos, because I know for a fact you were appointed by President Duterte originally, di ba?
We'll give you more time, Senator Soto, para yung iba gustong magtanong.
Sige.
Let me just re-emphasize, lahat po dapat makapagtanong, but ilimit muna natin sa first 5 minutes. Pagkatapos pag may time tayo, balikan po natin ang bawat isa. Senator Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For PCAB, kay Engineer Dakay, alam nyo, Engineer Dakay, kung gugustuhin, may pamamaraan. It says in Section 29, Republic Act number 4566, pwede po kayo mag-imbestiga at gumawa po ng action, suspension, revocation of license. Kung meron po mga report, tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright. So, nasa inyong kamay kung pwede nyong i-revoke. Hindi po ba kayo nag-iimbestiga? na maaring yung ilang mga tao ninyo ay naareglo at nababayaran kaya bigay na lang na lisensya. Take the case po dito sa Diskaya. 3 na po ang kumpanya, isa lang may-ari. Pag the blacklisted apply. So ibig sabihin po ba kung may kumpanya ako, mabablacklist, gagamit lang ako ng ibang pangalan, mag-a-apply ako, pwede na naman. And then I can apply again, same project or same agency, kahit na blacklist ako ng DPWH. Ganun po ba? You tell me.
No, Your Honor. PCAB is also a quasi-judicial body. And we do a lot of investigations and we also resolve a lot of cases.
Investigation siguro sa mga maliliit, pero kung mga malalaki na kagaya nito, wala ho kami naririnig. Bakit 15 po sila na nagkonsabahan, binulsa yung pera ng bayan, 1.3 trillion, wala tayong narinig. Ngayon, nandito kayo, nagpapaliwanag, sasabihin nyo, meron kayong quasi-judicial. Nasaan yung quasi-judicial? Bakit yung pinayagan nangyari? 2022 hanggang 2025, 3 years, engineer. Wala kayong ginawa, hindi nyo kinansela yan. Isang kumpanya, tatlo pa. Yung isang may-ari. Wala kayong ginawa. Ngayon, pinapakita nyo sa amin dito na meron kayong ganito, meron kayong nasaan yun sinasabi mo? 3 years.
I understand very well your concerns, Your Honor, and I appreciate that very much. However, PCAB does not play any part in the implementation of the project.
I'm not saying part of the implementation. Yung pag-apply lang at engineer ng license. Kasi pag na-blacklist yung... Ganun naman ho, hindi nyo ba alam na ganun kalakaran ngayon? Or you don't have any idea na pag na-blacklist itong kumpanya na ito, gagamit ng ibang kumpanya o magbubukas ng ibang kumpanya. Alam nyo ba yun? Hindi. You know that, right?
We hear that every now and then, Your Honor.
You hear that, but you don't investigate. Na pag na-blacklist ng DPWH o ng kung anong ehensya, papalit ng pangalan or tatayo ng pangalan para makapasok ulit.
Actually, Your Honor, when a company is blacklisted by any government agency, then we actually suspend their licenses.
Well, hindi ko maintindihan na engineer, wala naman po na suspend sa 15 na yan eh. Hindi po ba? Wala ako hindi ko alam kung nagtatanga-tangahan kayo, hindi nyo alam trabaho o natapalan lahat ng mga mata ninyo ng salapi. Kaya o ganon. Balikan kita mamaya, Mr. Chair. I'd like to go to direct this question to Ms. Zara Diskaya. So ma'am, nung mablacklist po isang kumpanya nyo, ganun po ba ang SOP ninyo? Magtayo na lang ng ibang kumpanya para makasali kaya dumami ang kumpanya nyo? Or kaya kayo nag-apply ng mga lisensya dito sa PCAB ay para may maparentahan po kayo na mga lisensya po ninyo? Kasi napakadami po, Ms. Diskaya, yung inyong proyekto kung saan-saan na, abay, dahil nyo pa yung gobyerno. Imposible naman ho, yung equipment nyo rito, may equipment kayo dito, napakadami nyo equipment. Tama po yung sinasabi ni Senator Dito Soto na sa isang lugar, napakadami nyo equipment, sa iba't ibang lugar. So, ano ang purpose na napakaraming kumpanya? What is that?
Sir po, yung ibang companies po, we've divested from those companies. So I'm directly lang with Alpha and Omega.
Interjection, Mr. Chair, with the permission of Senator Erwin.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Salamat, Mr. Chair at Senator Erwin. Actually, when my time comes to question, ma'am, Ms. Diskaya, hindi lang po 3 kumpanya tulad ng sinabi ni Senator Erwin. 9 na kumpanya ang ipapakonfirm ko sa inyo na actually, kayo pa rin po. Kayo pa rin po ang may-ari. Salamat po, Senator Erwin, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Can I go to the Commission on Audit now, Mr. Chair, if they're here?
Before that, I think you need to also pursue that initial question you had with PCAB. Kasi we heard that PCAB, upon the direction of the President of the Philippines in connection with the identified 15 contractors in anomalous flood control projects, it triggered an investigation from your office. And I believe somebody told me that you communicated directly with the DPWH to be able to pursue investigation insofar as the 15 contractors are concerned. Did you not coordinate with the DPWH? And if you did, what was the coordination and what was the response made by the DPWH, if any?
Thank you, Your Honor. Actually, on August 18, our Executive Director, Attorney Matienzo, formally wrote to DPWH Secretary Bonoan requesting information on all infrastructure projects awarded to the 15 contractors that have been identified as having the most flood control projects nationwide. So, we sought in our letter a list of all the projects awarded to these contractors, the status of project implementation, the findings from the...
You were referring to the 15 contractors subject matter of this inquiry.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the reply by the DPWH, if any?
To this day, Your Honor, we haven't received any reply. However, we issued summons to the contractors, and we have been doing our own hearings, and we ask them or require them to file a verified answer within 10 days from the receipt.
Wait, you wrote the DPWH on August 18.
Yes,
and you
Your
did
Honor.
not receive any reply. You're seated beside the secretary of the DPWH. Did you ever ask him why no reply was ever given to your letter?
Well, Your Honor, in the interest of public service and expediency, we just went ahead with our investigation and summoned 15 contractors. Not only the 15 contractors, but the other contractors that were mentioned by the President in
But
subsequent...
the information you were asking from the DPWH, I believe, are essential information. How can you conduct your investigation without waiting for the information that you sought in the first place?
At least, Your Honor, we did the preliminary hearings. There is a jump start to all of the hearings for the...
Okay, Senator Tulfo, proceed, please.
Mr. Chair, pinapaikot-ikot lang ho tayo nitong pick-up. Alam nyo, engineer, sinasabi ko ho kanina, yung sinasabi nyo, pinapatagal nyo, pinapaligoy-ligoy ninyo itong proseso na ito, pagtatanong, jumpstart yung mga sinasabi ninyo, DPWH umihiling, sinasabi na parang hindi pa nila natatanggap, and then suddenly you're telling us na gumawa na kayo ng action? Is this correct? What I heard, you started communicating with the 15 contractors?
Actually, the day after the President mentioned the 15 contractors, we actually summoned the 15 contractors for investigation.
Okay. So, ongoing investigation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anong siglo natin malalaman ang resulta ng investigation nyo? Kasi pag ang gobyerno nag-imbestiga, taon na binibilang. Baka retired na kami lahat dito, nandiyan pa kayo nag-imbestiga. When do we expect the result of that investigation?
Okay, Your Honor, for starters, we have preventively suspended their ARCC for flood control. So that means that they cannot bid for any subsequent flood control projects.
Hindi naman nila kailangan po mag-bidding dahil na kumita na ito mga ito eh. Yun lang ho, yung they cannot subsequent flood control projects, hindi na sila pwede mag-bidding. Dapat to, suspendin nyo na ho lahat yan eh. Mismo ang Pangulo nagsabi, deficient yung kanilang mga proyekto, substandard, ghost project, ganun lang. Next flood control project pa sila suspendido. Ngayon hindi sila tanggalan ng lisensya. Kailan ho natin maririnig, engineer, na suspendido ang mga lisensya nila o kumpiskado ng mga lisensya nila? When will we hear that?
Your Honor, we are seriously investigating and conducting the hearings at PCAB, Your Honor. And
Do you have a time frame for that, Mr. Chair?
yes, Mr. Chair, because we have to also realize and recognize that the contractors are also represented by counsel.
Kasi ang totoo niyan, hindi importante sa amin yung suspension or blacklisting. Ultimately, revocation ang pinag-uusapan dito eh. Kasi seryoso po ito eh. I would request my colleagues to also put in perspective ang hinahanap po natin dito yung mga ghost projects. So gusto ko pong marinig po yung mga tanong ninyo. Hanapin po natin sa DPWH. Kasi importante po ito, kailangan nating ilagay muna sa umpisa. Bakit po yung ipinangako ng mga ghost projects na dapat sana ito yung ating sinusubaybayan ngayon, kagaya po ng aking opening statement. Ang iniintay po namin na hindi bababa sa 50 ghost projects. Sa listahan po namin, meron na po kami. Kaya lang, kagaya na sinabi namin, 2 lang po ang formally na inadmit ng DPWs na ghost projects. Kaya po nakaka-disappoint. Maybe
Yes, Mr. Chair. I will just reserve some of my questions later to give way to the other senators here. But I have only one last question, Mr. Chair, for Mrs. Diskaya. Ma'am, sinabi ho ninyo, nag-divest na po kayo. Ano yung sabihin ng divest? What do you mean by that?
We are no longer part of those companies.
Okay. Kung hindi na po kayo part of those companies, how come you're still the chief operating officer, pati ang asawa mo sa ilang construction companies na ito?
Hindi po ako COO ng mga companies po.
Ma'am, you're under oath. Don't forget.
Opo, CFO po, pero hindi ako COO po.
COO. So, bakit po ikaw ang CFO pa rin kung nag-divest na po kayo, official pa rin po kayo dyan?
Sorry, tumutulong lang po ako dun sa mga ibang companies po.
So you haven't, with the permission, you haven't completely divested all your interests in that
before we
company.
continue, let me acknowledge the presence of Senator Rapi Tulfo.
Thank you.
Answer. So you didn't divest totally. You're still the CFO according to you.
Opo, pero hindi po ako nagmamanage po ng mga companies na yon. Wala na po ako. Wala po ako dun sa ano.
Sorry. Naintindihan po niyo yung divestment. Kanino niyo po i-divest? Kasi po pag nag-divest kayo, there is somebody, doon niyo po isasalin yung pong inyong interest sa isang company. Kanino po nasalin? Nung mag-divest kayo, sino yung taong doon niyo i-divest po ang inyong interest sa korporasyon?
Katulad sa St. Timothy, kay Maria Roma ko binigay po yung aking
Sino siya?
shares.
Kamag-anak mo?
She's the niece of my husband.
So mag-anak mo pa rin. Kayo pa rin. Kayo pa rin yan. Correct? Anyway, can I give my opening statement
Okay.
before I...
Go ahead. I'll just my next round of questions later para to give way to our pro tempore.
Ikaw na.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before that, marami nagre-request kasi I lost track of those contractors present here today. Comsec, can you please mention who are those contractors present here today?
Merong wawaw dyan.
Nagre-request yung media kasi.
Mr. Chair, point of information with the indulgence of the SP Pro Temp while we're waiting for the visuals. Pinag-uusapan kasi just now, no, na yung claim na nag-divest sa kumpanya ang pamilyang Diskaya, who by the way, pinangalanan ng Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism na King and Queen of Flood Control Projects dahil sa kanilang extravagant lifestyle. We have information na listed pa nga bilang beneficial owners sa disclosure ng St. Timothy. Yun na nga po, si Maria Roma Angeline Diskaya Rimando. So, they are still connected to those companies, Mr. Chair and SP Pro Temp. Bukod pa po sa idadagdag ko pang information mamaya, kaugnay ng interpellation ni Minority Leader, na hindi totoong nag-divest at kung nag-divest man allegedly, hindi pa nila ginagawa yung iba pang mga requirements doon vis-a-vis, for example, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Salamat, Mr. Chair, SP Pro Temp.
Noted, Senator Risa.
Maybe
Proceed.
we can ask the Comsec to mention those
Comsec,
contractors present here today.
Can you repeat the names of the listed contractors present today?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Alex Abelidov, President, Legacy Construction Corporation. Ms. Cesara Rowena Diskaya, President, Alpha and Omega General Contractor Development Corporation. Ms. Maria Roma Angeline Rimando, Owner Manager, St. Timothy Construction Corporation. Mr. Alan Kirante, owner proprietor QM Builders, Mr. Ernie Bagao, owner proprietor EGB Construction Corporation, Mr. Eumir S. Villanueva, President Top Notch Catalyst Builders Inc., Mr. Lawrence Lubiano, President Centerways Construction and Development Inc., Ms. Aderma Angeli Alcazar, President and CEO of Sunwest Inc., Edgar S. Acosta, represented by Mr. Edsel Marbella, Mr. Wilfredo Natividad, Owner General Manager 888 Construction and Supply Inc., Mr. Romeo Miranda, President AMO Royal Crown Monarch Construction and Supplies Corporation, Mr. Alan Arevalo, General Manager Wawaw Builders, Ms. Marjorie Samidan, President MG Samidan Construction, Mr. Luisito Tiki, President LR Tiki Builders Inc., Mr. Ryan Willie D. Uy, Proprietor Road Edge Trading and Development Services, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Proceed, Senator Jinggoy.
Thank you. I'll just read my opening statement first before I question our resource persons. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Today we once again tackle the issue that cuts to the core of public service: corruption in government infrastructure projects. Billions of pesos have been allocated for flood control and drainage programs intended to protect lives, properties, and livelihoods from the devastating effects of typhoons and flooding. Yet, allegations of padded contracts, ghost projects, and substandard implementation now cast doubt on whether these funds truly serve their purpose. Mr. Chair, please allow me to state this for the record. Ang sabi po ng iba, wala raw po akong karapatan na magtanong, magalit, o manindigan laban sa isyu ng korupsyon. My life and struggles are an open book. Pero ni minsan, hindi ako tumalikod sa kahit anong akusasyon o paratang laban sa akin. Hinarap ko hindi lamang kaso, kundi ang kaparusahan. At sa huli, ay napatunayan na wala po akong sala. This investigation is not about me. Huwag niyo pong ilihis ang issue. Sa ngayon, wala ni isang tao ang umaamin. Walang gustong managot. At kung pwede, lahat ay magpapalusot. This investigation is about transparency and accountability. Kung wala kayong kasalanan, magsabi kayo ng totoo, dahil kung hindi, sinisiguro ko na mananagot kayo hindi lamang sa batas at sa Senado, kundi sa taong bayan. Mr. Chair, if I may continue. Madam
Tapos na
Diskaya.
yung 5 minutes mo. May opening ka pa kasi. O sige.
News report. Madam Diskaya, Sarah. It is common knowledge that you own 9 companies, namely St. Gerard, St. Timothy, Alpha and Omega, Elite General Contractor and Development Corporation, St. Matthew, Great Pacific Builders, YPR General Contractor, Amethyst Horizon Builders, and Waymaker OPC. Am I correct?
Yes po.
Hanggang ngayon, up to now, you own these 9 construction companies?
Yes po.
All right. Since you started securing contracts from the DPWH, since kailan kayo nag-umpisa? 2012?
DPWH?
Yes.
Yes po, 2012.
Pag-usapan muna natin yung 2022 hanggang 2025. Ilan na po yung naging projects nyo sa DPWH?
Marami na po.
Ilan nga?
I don't have
Mahigit
the figure.
400? Mahigit 500? Within a span of 3 years.
I don't have the figures po.
Estimate lang po. Ballpark.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Siguro po mga 400 ganun. I'm not
Siguro?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I don't have the figures with me.
Sa loob, sa bawat taon, ilang bidding ang sinasalihan mo?
Marami po kaming sinasalihan na bidding.
All flood control projects?
No po.
O ano pa yung mga projects?
Buildings, kalsada,
Nationwide or only in Metro Manila?
nationwide po.
Nationwide. Alright. Pero yung bulk ng mga projects na award sa'yo ng DPWH, mostly sa Metro Manila. Am I correct?
Hindi po, sa probinsya po. Sa iba-ibang lugar.
No, the bulk of your contracts. Here in Metro Manila?
No po, outside Metro Manila ang marami.
Where outside? Where outside of Metro Manila?
We have in Romblon, Cebu, Bohol, Bacolod, Zamboanga.
Discover na may ghost project, pakukulong kita rito. Minimum totoo.
Wala po talaga.
Meron ka mga pictures na lahat ng mga proyekto ginawa mo?
Yes po,
Nasaan?
meron po kami.
Lahat ng mga 400 projects, meron kang litrato?
Yes po.
O i-submit mo rito sa committee.
Okay po.
Okay. Sa mga bidding na sinasalihan mo ng mga kumpanya mo, itong siyam na kumpanya, ilang beses kayo nanalo? At ilang beses, kung natatalo rin kayo sa
Actually,
bidding,
I
ilang
don't
beses
have the
natatalo?
actual figures, pero sa napanalunan, very minimal lang po talaga, mga 2%. Pero ang dami namin projects po na sinasalihan na bidding.
So, sa loob ng isang taon, pag nagbibidding isang kumpanya mo, halimbawa itong ano ba yun? Yung Alpha Phi Omega, ilang beses kayo nagbid sa isang taon at ilang beses kayo nanalo?
Madami po kaming sinasalihan. I really don't have the figures right now,
You know,
but I
if you
can...
come here, you have to come here prepared.
Yes
You do
po.
not come here unprepared. Alam mo, natatanungin ka eh. Ikaw sikat na contractor, papa-interview ka. Oh, you have to come here prepared.
Your Honor, I am prepared for the flood control projects that you are mentioning. I have the statistics of how many I bidded and how many I lost and how many I won.
Okay, you mentioned it to us right now.
You are asking her to relate the 400.
No.
Parang mahirap naman yata.
Hindi.
In 2022, I bidded for 491 projects. This is just for the flood control, Your Honor.
How many projects? For
491. 491. 491. I joined the bidding po.
Oh.
This is in 2022. I only got 71 projects from the 491 na sinalinan ko po.
71 only. How many companies?
This is just for Alpha and Omega
Oh,
po.
what about the other companies? What about the other 8 remaining companies that you own?
I don't have the statistics for that because I was only called as Alpha
Wait,
and Omega.
You admitted earlier when I asked you if you own these 9 companies and you answered in the affirmative. Right now I'm asking you kung ilan yung 71 flood control projects na napanalunan ninyo. Now you're only speaking in behalf of Alpha Phi Omega. Eh kanina sinabi mo ikaw may-ari ng Siam. Why can't you answer in behalf of the 8 remaining companies?
Kasi po, yun lang yung na-prepare po namin for today's hearing.
Oh, what about the representative of the other construction companies? Itong si Remando. Oh, how many? You're representing St. Timothy.
Good morning po, Mr. Chairman. For St. Timothy Construction po, we have 145 projects.
Flood control projects.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Since
2022,
up to the present, as we speak, 122.
145.
Excuse me?
145, Mr. Chair.
Ang na-award sa inyo, 145 flood control projects. Napanalunan niyo yan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, all in all, dun sa 8 companies, ilan? Dun sa 9 companies, hindi nyo alam? Out of the 400, maybe, who can answer my question from the DPWH? Maybe they have the records there.
Mr. Chair, with the
Yes,
indulgence
for
of
the
the SP
record.
Pro Temp,
Yeah.
Yes, Senator Risa.
kaugnay nung pagtatanong ni SP Pro Temp sa ngayon, gusto kong makapag-flash ng screenshot po nung siyam na calling cards, nung siyam na kumpanyang iyon. Calling card po ni Mr. Curly Discaya, na asawa po ni Ms. Discaya. So, mag-asawa po, dapat alam po nila in greater detail itong mga kumpanyang ito. Ito po, Mr. Chair, SP Pro Temp. Siyam na calling cards nung siyam na kumpanya, lahat sa pangalan ni Pacifico o Curly Discaya. So dapat po mas alam po, both ni Ms. Sara Discaya at Ms. Roma Discaya Rimando, ang mga detalye na tinatanong ni SP Pro Temp. Salamat, Mr. Chair,
Thank you,
SP
thank
Pro
you,
Temp.
Senator Risa. Okay, for the record, yung may-ari ng St. Gerard Construction, nandun yung pangalan ng asawa mo, Pacifico Discaya. Okay? Doon sa St. Timothy, sino may-ari ng St. Timothy? Ikaw si Rimando, ano? Kamag-anak mo si Discaya, correct? Sabi mo, pamangkin mo. Tama? And who is this Maritoni Miligrito, the owner of Elite General Contractor? Who is this? Answer.
Pinsan ko po, Mr. Chair.
From the left pocket to the right pocket. St. Matthew. Nandito yung asawa mo, Pacifico Discaya. Great Pacific. Oh, ikaw, nandyan ang pangalan mo, oh. Si Sara Rowena Discaya. Kaya hindi mo mapapagkaila, eh. YPR General Contractor. Nandito din ang pangalan mo. Miss Sara, alam mo, huwag ka magsisinungaling, ha? Amethyst Horizon. Sino si Amethyst Horizon? Sino si John Brian Eugenio? Who is he? Sagutin mo, Miss Rimando.
I didn't know, Mr. Chair.
Madam Sara.
He's one of our employees.
Oh, dami. Waymaker. Sino si Gerald William Discaya?
He's my eldest son.
Okay. Alpha Phi Omega, yan, asawa mo. So, you confirm, lahat ng siyam na yan, ikaw ang may-ari. Tama?
Part owner po.
Part owner. Okay. Kaya nyo ba talaga pagsabay-sabayin yung mga construction, mga proyekto ninyo? Paano nyo nagagawa ito?
Yes po, we have sufficient employees naman that can carry out and execute the project.
Okay, ilan ba yung mga empleyado ninyo?
In the office po, mga 200 plus.
Sabay-sabay kayong naawardan ng kontrata ng DPWH. Alam mo, nakakapagtaka dahil kayo lagi nakakuha ng DPWH contracts, ha? Sino ba talaga sa DPWH ang nagbibigay sa inyo listahan ng mga projects for bidding? Turo mo na.
Wala po akong knowledge po.
Talaga? Ba't
Yes.
nakakapagtaka dahil yung siyam na construction companies nyo, yun ang laging favored, kumbaga, sa bidding. Kasi ang balita ko, isa kayo sa mga una nakakita at nakakapili ng mga projects. Bago pa mabuo ang National Expenditure Program, yung tinatawag natin na NEP. Parang menu lang sa restaurant na nakaka-order kayo kagad. Sino ang point person nyo sa DPWH na nagbibigay sa inyo ng informasyon na ito, para sa inyo, ito para sa kanya? Sino?
Sir, wala po akong nakakausap po.
wala kang kilala si DPWH.
Wala po.
Hindi kami maniniwala niyan, wala kayong kilala si DPWH.
Meron ako yung mga engineer, yung mga district engineers siya.
Yun mga pala. Sino yung mga district engineer na kilala mo?
Pero hindi po sila nagbibigay ng project po sa akin.
At tinatanong ko, wala naman ako sinasabi sa'yo kung nagbibigay sila ng project. Sino ang kakilala mo sa DPWH?
Sila, mga DE po. DE
Yeah, okay.
ng...
Sabi mo, sino?
Teka sandali. DE ng Laguna.
Sino
DE
nga?
ng...
Banggitin mo yung pangalan.
I can't remember their names kasi I don't transact on
Okay,
behalf of
DE
the
ng
companies.
Laguna. Sino pa?
DE ng Bulacan, DE ng...
Is he here? Nandito ba? Yung DE ng Laguna, DE ng Bulacan, nandito ba?
DE ng Bulacan nandito.
Okay, paano nyo nalalaman ang mga projects for the bidding? Sino ang nagbibigay ng listahan sa'yo?
We don't have a list.
Naka 6 minutes ka na, i-wrap.
Okay,
I don't have a list po.
Sinisira mo yung...
Interjection, Mr. Chair, with the permission of the SP Pro Tem.
Okay.
On the DPWH na binanggit po niya, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Salamat, Mr. Chair, SP Pro Temp. Dahil natatanong po ni SP Pro Temp ang DPWH din in connection sa mga diskaya. I wonder, Mr. Chair, kung natignan na po, nasilip na po ng DPWH, kung may practice ang mga diskaya companies ng pagpapahiram o pagpaparent out ng lisensya nila para mag-force multiply sa capacity nila. Para kahit 200 lang daw ang staff sa opisina, kaya nilang mag-implement ng 491 projects or 71 projects, 145 projects in any 1 year. I wonder, Mr. Chair, kung nasilip na po yun ng DPWH.
Incidentally, Senator Risa, you're the next interpellator, so you may want to continue with your 5 minutes. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you, Mr.
Tinatapos
Chair.
mo na ba ako, Chair? Ha? Okay. One last question, if I may. One last question, Mr. Chair, Senator Risa. Madam Diskaya, saan nyo ba kinukuha yung mga coaching imported, mga luxury cars? 28 lang. Ano ito mga ito? Rolls-Royce, Ferrari?
I don't have a Ferrari.
Ano yung mga luxury cars? Lamborghini?
No rin. Cadillac.
Saan binili? Sagutin mo na.
Saan mo binili?
Sa dealer po.
Sino dealer? Dito, local? Local dealer o sa abroad?
Freebell Enterprises tsaka yung isa Auto Art.
Dito, sa Pilipinas?
Yes po.
Hindi ka nag-import?
No po.
Dito may dealer ng mga
Yes po.
Rolls-Royce. May dealer ng Rolls-Royce
meron
dito.
po.
Ano pa yung mga ibang luxury cars mo?
Yung anong tawag dito, yung Cadillac and the GMC.
Cadillac Escalade, gano'n?
Yes po.
Oh.
The GMC. Yun lang.
Sinong dealer?
I mentioned earlier, Freebell Enterprises and Auto
Sa
Art.
lahat ng kotse mo, yun ang mga dealers mo.
Dalawa lang sila
Dalawa
po.
yung dealers mo.
Yes po.
What other luxury cars do you own?
Yung iba dito na, the Maybach. Dito ko
Maybach,
na binili.
Mercedes.
Yes po. And then, yung iba, dito na rin yung Range Rover.
Bentley.
The Bentley dito na rin po.
Paano kayo nagka-interest sa kotse? Saan nyo gagamitin yung 28 kotse na luxury cars? Araw-araw gusto mo
Collection.
palit ng kotse?
No, I have 4 kids that use it all the time for them to...
4
be
kids
into-
lang. Bigyan mo tigis.
No po. Hindi po.
Huwag na tayo maglukan dito.
Let's allow our people to decide on that anyway.
Linawin na yung pangalan.
Senator Risa, sorry nagkamali ako.
Chairman, just the 2 names of the dealers. Dealer ako ng kotse, kaya ako alam yan eh. Sino yung dalawa? Pinagkukunan mo ng luxury cars?
Freebell Enterprises and Freebell Enterprises and yung isa Auto Art.
Auto Art.
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you. Sen Risa, sorry kasi nalagpasan ko si Senator Bato pala.
Kung gayon, Mr. Chair, I will wait. Pero kung gayon, ma-follow up ko lang ngayon yung naitanong ko kay DPWH. bago po
Kasi let me go there kasi si Secretary Bonoan just resigned and his resignation was accepted by President. Gusto ka nga naming tanungin, Secretary, total kare-resign mo lang naman kahapon. Gusto mo pa bang ikaw ang sasagot o you would like to beg off and allow somebody or have you deputized an official with you today na siya nang magsasalita in your behalf para kung gusto mo nang mag-beg off, it's up to you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Your Honor. Your Honor, I just want to make a manifestation that on account of the subpoena ad testificandum that I was served for this hearing, I just wish to make that on record that the President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has accepted my resignation as Secretary of Public Works and Highways on effective today, September 1, 2025.
So what is your pleasure, sir?
In view of this circumstance, Your Honor, that effective today, September 1, and since I am no longer the Secretary of Public Works and Highways and I don't have the official capacity to represent the department, that I may be excused on the proceedings at this point in time, Your Honor.
Well, we can do that, Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Secretary, and we will thank you for having raised our inquiry today. But we expect that you have, before you finally exited from the public office, I think you have deputized somebody who will represent the entire department for questioning before this inquiry today. Have you done that?
Your Honor, the people that had been invited from the department are all here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Senator Risa.
Mr. Chair, bagamat gaya ng sinabi ng Chair at ni former Secretary na tanggap na ang kanilang pagbibitiw, however, I would still like to appeal at least dun sa institutional memory ni dating Secretary Bonoan. Kahit dun lang po sa naitanong ko na po sa kanila kanina, if I may, Mr. Chair and the good former Secretary, kahit yun lang ba dun sa tanong na nasisilip na po ba ng department kung may practice po ang mga diskaya sa kanilang mga kumpanya na pinapahiram or pinaparent out yung mga lisensyang hawak nila. Kaya nakapaggagawa di umano ng daang-daang mga proyekto at any one time, particular po sa flood control. Nangyayari po ba yon, former Secretary Bonoan?
If I may, but this is already an official, Your Honor.
I understand, Mr. Chair.
The issuance of a contract is based on a bidding process, and the process involves the pre-qualification of contractors, and the pre-qualification of contractors is just based on the documents that they have to submit, their contract accreditation, license, whether they are they have a license for A, AA, AAA, and things like this, depending on the project that they're going to implement. And then they have to submit the list of equipment that they're going to use into that project, whether it is owned or leased, Your Honor. And then the other document that they have to submit is actually their net contracting capacity. And this is based on a certification coming from the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Your Honor. So these are the three documents that we use in assessing actually all the those who are entitled to participate, Your Honor.
But Mr. Chair, pagkatapos nyo ma-ascertain na base sa tatlong dokumentong yon, may capacity nga po sila. Did it ever occur to the department before na baka pinaparent out nila or pinapahiram nila yung mga lisensya nila? Naisip po ba yon ng department dati? At sinimulan na po bang tignan o investigahan po iyon, Mr.
Yes,
Chair?
Your Honor, we take into a look actually the capacity and capability of the contractor. Now, in the field, there are certain components of the projects that may be locally implemented. But again, Your Honor, at the end of the day, it will still be the responsibility of the contracting party.
So, Mr. Chair, posible po locally,
Yes.
at least locally, na may mga parte ng proyekto
Yes.
na para doon pinapagamit ng Vizcaya companies yung kontrato, lisensya nila para ibang construction company kahit locally ang gumagawa.
It might be, Your Honor.
Might be. I'll just pursue that during my turn to question.
Thank you.
Salamat po,
Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Before you recognize Senator Bato, just one question addressed to Ms. Rimando. Ms. Rimando, bago ka naging CEO ng St. Timothy, ano naging trabaho mo?
Nagtrabaho din po ako sa St. Gerard, Mr. Chair.
Ano trabaho mo sa St. Gerard?
HR Manager po, Mr. Chair.
HR? Ano ibig sabihin ng HR for the education of the public?
Human Resource po.
Tapos naging CEO ka ng St. Timothy.
Yes po.
Sino pinakikinggan mong boss? Sino pinakikinggan mong boss?
Pinakikinggan ko pong boss.
Ikaw ba ang boss ng St. Timothy o meron kang pinakikinggan na iba? Di ba si Madam Sara?
Ay, hindi po. Regarding po sa St. Timothy, ako po.
O sa St. Gerard?
Sa St. Gerard po, wala na po akong ano doon.
So
Mr.
ikaw
Chair.
nasusunod?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Alright. Sige, mamaya magtatanong ulit. Thank you.
Senator Bato is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Before that, I think the good secretary is asking to be excused. You're excused, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Personally, I would like to
participation.
thank you for coming over. Bagamat hindi na po kayo ang kalihim ng DPWH. Thank you for attending.
Thank you so very
respecting
much.
the subpoena of this institution, the Senate.
Thank you so very much, Your Honor, and thank you for the opportunity that
And
you have
good luck
given me.
in your future future journey.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Senator Bato.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request the presence of MG Samidan Construction? Andito ba? I was informed
I'm here, Your Honor.
she's around. MG Samidan. Ay, yes, ma'am.
I'm here for Your Honor.
Since your registration as corporation,
Sa construction, in 1991, it was started by my husband as a authorized managing officer. Tapos nung namatay po siya noong 2007, I have to register again. But yung trade name po namin, yung trade name po ng asawa ko, yun pong ginamit namin. And this is a sole proprietorship company po, sir. In 2019, though, we have registered this company, but it's MG Samidan Construction and Development Corporation with the purpose sana of incorporating po, may magpa-transition sana sa corporation yung sole proprietorship. But nung nangyari na po yung COVID, hindi na po natuloy. So we have been using this sole proprietorship company until today, sir, Your Honor.
yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Dito muna tayo mag-focus sa 5.02 billion from 2022 to 2025. Saan po itong mga flood control projects na ito makikita?
Mostly sa car po, Your Honor.
Lahat ito, Cordillera region?
With yung may nearby provinces lang po sa may La Union at Pangasinan. Pero mostly po sa car region po.
Direktahan na kita, ma'am. Itong flood control projects niyo na ito na 5.02 billion pesos. Meron bang ghost project nito?
Wala po, Your Honor.
So kung isa-isahin natin yan, puntahan natin from lahat ng ginawa nyo from 2022 up to 2025, wala talaga tayong ma-identify na ghost project.
Wala po, Your Honor.
So thank you for that answer. I hope so na wala. Otherwise, kung may makita tayo later on, you are under oath. I suppose you know the consequences.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. At
Thank you po.
gaan yung pick up. Yung accreditation ninyo na ganito, nag-start lang sila sa 250,000 pesos. Hindi kayo nagulat na within a span of 2019, tapos pagdating ng 2022, 3 years. 2019 to 2022, 3 years. Biglang nakakuha sila ng billion na projects. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka nito?
Your Honor, PICAP doesn't have an idea regarding the projects that a certain company secures. Like I said, we are not...
Di ba kayo ang mag-accredit ng ano yun, yung 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, gano'n ba yun?
Yes, sir. We do the accreditation in terms of category and ARCC. But it is the basis for the implementing agency to qualify that particular contractor on the basis of the categorization and the ARCC. Categorization from E to quadruple A is a measure of the capacity of a contracting company. But like medium A, small a, large B is a measure of the capability of the company. So that means that even if you are a quadruple A company, if your ARCC is small a, then you cannot do billions and billions of projects. And for example, medium A is only until 150 M. So that is on a per contract basis, Your Honor. So every time they bid, they're only allowed to bid for a project until 150 M.
Chairman, I think the question of Senator Bato, with a company having a 250,000 paid up capital, that very minuscule amount paid up capital doesn't come into the picture in issuing a categorization for her license? Wala bang bearing yun? Yun ang tanong niya.
Your Honor, the basis of financial of a worth of a company is based on its net worth. Yeah, its net worth in 2019 was 39,484,000. Yeah. Now, the 250,000 pertains to their corporation, but until now, they don't have a license for their corporation.
What do you mean? What corporation? Itong
Samidan, Your Honor.
Samidan?
Yeah.
Walang lisensya ito?
No, they have sole proprietorship, Your Honor. They do not have a license for their corporation. Is that correct, ma'am?
Okay.
So you are saying that even a sole proprietorship can be given license by the PICAB,
Yes, Your Honor. There is no prohibition.
notwithstanding the fact that he or the company has only 250,000 paid up capital, according to Senator Bato. First of all, what is the category of your license?
If I may explain it po.
Hindi, anong category niyo ba?
General Engineering A. But we are not using the corporation po. We are using the sole proprietorship. The corporation.
Yeah, I think that's very clear already. Wala pa kayong lisensya. So ang ginagamit yung sole proprietorship. Ang tinatanong namin, ano pong category ng inyong lisensya?
It's registered at PICAP as General Engineering A po.
A.
A po, yes po. Your
So pagka A po kayo, ang allowable range of contract is only 300 million. Tama?
Sir, nakakabid po kami according to experience and according po sa sinabi.
Doesn't matter kasi merong ano rito, merong range eh.
Yes.
Kapag ka quadruple A ka or triple A up to large B, merong ano yan eh. That will be 450 billion. Ngayon ang tinatanong kasi Senator Bato sa nakikita ko, nakakakuha ka ba more than or up to 300 million?
Ay, hindi po, Your Honor.
Hindi kasi lalabas ito.
Yes, as
You are under oath kapag napatunayan na with your category A, nakakuha ka ng more than 300 million, then you will be charged lying. Baka makontempt ka. So, nakakasiguro ka na hindi ka nakakuha ng 300 million?
isang single project po yan, Your Honor.
Hindi ba yan ang usapan, Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir. For a category A contractor with an equivalent size range
So,
of B, they can
ang
face up
sinasabi
to
niya,
300.
hindi siya nakakakuha ng more than 300 million. Tama?
Na single project po, Your Honor.
Senator Bato?
Yeah, ma'am. Just be sure, ma'am, kasi within the span of 3 years, 5.022 billion. Pag didetalyahin natin yan, baka mamaya may lalabas dyan na more than 300. I'm just cautioning you.
Kasi pag ang ginawa mo, binrecap mo, ito yung splitting of contract. Halimbawa, 500 million. Ang ginawa mo in cahoots with the DPWH district engineer, 100, 100, 100, o in-split mo yung contract. Then you were able to circumvent the law. So, you have to be very careful. Baka sinasabi mo, per contract. Oo nga, pero in-split ninyo because malalaman po namin yun eh. In the end, you will be confronted with the reality na nagsinungaling po kayo dito. Kaya sinasabi namin kanina pa, yung totohanan lang. So, wala kayong in-split na contract?
Wala po, Your Honor.
O, sige, tingnan natin. Senator
Yeah, Mr. Chair, according to records, ma'am, you have 58 flood control projects totaling to 5.022 billion. So, siguruhin po ninyo na out of the 58, walang lampas sa 300 doon. Otherwise,
Imposible.
58 flood control projects.
5 billion divided by 58. Tingnan mo.
Dali lang.
Imposible. Imposible, Mr. Chairman, imposible. 5 billion
5 billion divided by
58.
58.
Oh.
Let me help you, madam.
Thank you, Your Honor.
2024, ilan po ang flood control projects ninyo? 2024, last year.
I'm not aware po sa numbers, but since
Hindi po kita matutulungan kung hindi nyo alam.
yeah,
2024, ilan po yung projects ninyo? Lahat.
sa flood control projects po from 2022 to 2024.
Hindi nga 2024 lang para sandali lang tayo.
I cannot recall for I cannot
O ngayon, 2025, ilan ang pinoprosecute ninyong flood control projects?
Sa ngayon pong 2025, wala pong na-award
Wala kayong project ngayon.
sa flood control po, Your Honor.
2024, hindi mo ma-recall.
Yes, what I prepared is only from 2022 to 2025 that we have 58 flood control projects po, Your Honor.
Were you able to execute several projects at the same time? Halimbawa, sa isang taon, 10 ang inyong ginagawa. Pwede ba yon?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. Sabihin na lang natin 10 ang projects nyo in 2024. Ilan pong technical people ang hawak ninyo to dedicate them sa 10 projects which you are executing all at the same time?
We have several people po.
I'm not talking about several people. I'm talking about technical people and technical equipment. Each project must have dedicated personnel.
We have,
Project A, for example, meron kang 5 na engineers dyan. Iba-iba ang katungkulan yan. Hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yon sa ibang project.
yes, po, Your
O,
Honor.
10 yun. Sabi kanina, inamin mo, there are 10 simultaneous projects being undertaken by your company. Ang ibig mo sabihin, kung 5 tao yon, meron ka 50 engineers?
May organizational chart po na nakalagay doon.
Madam, I'm not talking of the organizational structure. We're talking about your ability to execute 10 projects at the same time. Lalong-lalo na yung iba nasa Mindanao, yung iba nasa Cebu, yung iba nasa Baguio, isa sa Batangas. You cannot do that. Otherwise, magsisinungaling ka dito. Kasi malalaman po natin ito. Kaya ganito yung pagtatanong namin para makita natin. Kasi kapag sinabi mong you can execute 10 projects in 1 year, kailangan mong magkaroon at the very least 50 engineers. Kasi ang gagawin ninyo, yung nakadedicate sa Project A, yun din ang Project B, Project C, hindi po pwede yun. Sa kontrata po at sa batas, hindi pwede yun. So kung meron kang 100 engineers sa pool mo, bayaran mo lang ba ng 100,000 na isang, you will have an overhead of about 10 million per month. Hindi kakayanin ng isang kumpanya yun. So lilitaw po at lilitaw. Yun po yung tinatanong ni Senator Bato. Sir, continue.
Mr. Chair, 58 within 3 years. So hindi lang 10 yan kung divided by 3 yung 58. Example, thank you.
10 example lang, sasabit ka na eh.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair.
With the indulgence of the gentleman from Davao, Mr. Chair, may we invite the Government Procurement Policy Board or GPBB? Kasi po, Mr. Chair, dito po sa listahan na hawak ko rito, isa si MG Samidan Construction na sinasabi sa GPBB ay may poor, unsatisfactory CPS rating. Yan po ang sabi at ilan pa mga kumpanya rito. So can we invite them? Kasi ang tanong po, na blacklist na pala ito kasi ang sinasabi po dito, ang guidelines po ng GPBB, pag ikaw may unsatisfactory na performance or poor CPS rating, dapat ikaw ay not allowed anymore to join and receive flood control projects. So may we invite this board para magpaliwanag kasi kasama po si Samidan doon, sir, na sinasabi na had poor unsatisfactory CPS rating at iba pang kumpanya, Equiparco, kasama din po, Tiki, Alertiki, Hightone, Road Edge, Sunwest, Legacy, EGB Construction. Ito po kailangan siguro may magpaliwanag dito bakit pinapayagan na makatanggap ng flood control projects when in fact they were already deemed yung kanilang proyekto unsatisfactory, Mr. Chair, at bakit nakakuha pa rin ito ng proyekto mula sa DPWH, Mr. Chair. So may we invite the GPBB to join us on the next hearing, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Senator. And before we continue, let me acknowledge Senator Mark Villar's presence. Continue, Senator Bato.
Yes,
You have
last
still,
question, Mr. Chair. Last question.
You still have 1 minute.
Yeah. Andito bang COA? Sinong COA representative?
Morning po, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. This is on ghost projects already paid. BIR Commissioner Romeo Lumagi Jr. said contractors found guilty of under-declaration or evading taxes will not be issued updated tax clearances, effectively disqualifying them from future government projects and suspending settlement of their current contracts. He addressed reports on ghost flood control projects, which the government had fully paid for and declared as completed, but which, upon subsequent verification and validation, were discovered to have never been actually constructed or physically undertaken. Malinaw na sa BIR report na ito na may mga proyektong fully paid pero hindi naman ginawa. Paano nakakalusot ito sa inyong post-audit At bakit hindi kaagad nakikita bago ma-release ang final payment? Can you respond to that,
Sir.
Mr. Chair?
Your Honor, the audit team or the audit teams under the DPWH has already issued notices of disallowances based on the absence or non-submission of the disbursement vouchers, and doon din po sa mga may technical deficiencies noted by the audit teams po.
Yun nga. Itong mga project na ito nga, na verified, validated, na ghost projects talaga, hindi ginawa. So ano nga ang papel ng kuha dito? Hindi ninyo ito nakita. Kasi sabi mo, granting na post-audit ginawa ninyo.
Yes po.
Pero ito fully paid na eh.
Yes
So
po, Your
we
Honor.
presume na
Yes po.
nagkandak na kayo ng post-audit dito.
Meron na po, Your Honor, hindi po siya na post-audit, kaya po nag-issue na po si auditor ng notices of disallowances para doon po sa mga projects na yun, Your Honor. At doon sa mga hindi po sinubmit na disbursement vouchers po.
Are you happy with her answer, Senator Bato?
I'm not satisfied, Mr.
If
Chair.
I may
I'm not satisfied.
provide po, Your Honor, for...
Ang tinatanong niya po, Madam,
yes po.
paano nyo inaudit yung ghost?
Your Honor. Doon po sa case po kasi ng Bulacan, Your Honor, marami pong hindi na-submit na disbursement vouchers. So, hindi naman, kahit several...
Ang ibig nyo sabihin, nagdidepende lang kayo sa mga papeles, sa
hindi
dokumento?
po, Your Honor. Kaya nga po, dahil hindi po sila nakapag-submit, nag-issue na po ang audit teams ng notices of disallowance.
Kayo, mahirap, Mr. Chair, mahirap na puro lang tayo notice of disallowance na klarong-klaro na ito na ghost project.
Yes, Your Honor. Yung hindi po kasi pag-submit ng account, sir, or yung disbursement vouchers, pwede pong kasuhan din yung mga persons liable na hindi nag-submit doon sa...
Hindi, huwag mo muna akong huwag mo akong dalhin doon sa mga papel yan, mga disbursement na yan. Kuha. Kung mag-post-audit kayo, di ba pupunta kayo sa area? Tingnan nyo kung saan ang project.
Yes po.
O ngayon, hindi nyo nakita. Ano, hanggang kuha lang kayo? Hanggang disallowance lang kayo? O hindi nyo nakita. O ano ngayon? So, hindi ba papilin nyo yan as commission on audit na mag-file ng kaso?
Yes po, Your Honor. Yun po yung susunod na hakbang.
Ay, susunod kailan pa susunod? Kasi naubos na ang pira ng gobyerno ito, nabayaran na lahat itong project na ito na hindi nagawa. Tapos ngayon susunod pa. I am so, alam mo, yung mga tao na nanonood sa atin, sabihin nila, kaya pala naglipa na yung ghost projects dahil yung kuha, kabagal kumilos.
Hindi po, Your Honor. Gusto ko lang pong iklaro na yun pong sinasabi nating ghost project na isa po sa mga nabisita ay 2025 transactions po siya. At declared po siya na completed as of July 2025. Yun pong disbursement vouchers po niya ay hindi pa po due for submission noong August po na unang hearing natin.
Kailan ninyo mapapailan na kaso ito? Because the people are impatient. The people are impatient with all this corruption na
Yes,
nangyari.
Your Honor.
Kailan nyo ipapail? Can you give us a...
Ganito po siya, Your Honor. Opo, ganito po siya. Di ba po kasama po siya doon sa ating special audit. Sa ngayon po, fina-finalize po yung audit highlights natin sa special audit. Doon po sa audit highlights,
Alam mo, yung
yes, Your Honor.
mga tao
Opo.
nakikinig sa atin ngayon,
po.
hindi papasok sa utak nila yung special, regular audit or what.
Yes po.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, kailan nyo ito mapailan ng kaso?
The soonest possible time po, Your Honor.
What is the soonest time?
Dahil i-issue po ngayon yung ating...
Kaya nga, what is the soonest time? Estimate.
This month po, Your Honor.
This month?
Opo.
Mapailan nyo ito ng kaso?
Opo.
Ngayon, sino ang pwede nyo mapailan ng kaso?
Sir, based po doon sa audit, sir, yung mga... yung mga persons liable po, pwede pong management officials ng DPWH at ganun din po yung mga contractors po.
Mr. Chair, so this month,
Interjection, Mr. Chair.
if I may. Excuse me. Akala ko ba meron time limit dito kasi marami pang mga nakapila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then by 2 o'clock, ano na tayo, adjourn. So,
As a matter of
paano
fact, your
pa
5
natin
minutes, sir, is finished already. So, okay.
Thank you, thank you.
But
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
may I interject with the indulgence of Senator Bato, Mr. Chairman? If I may, in the same topic, Mr. Chairman, with regard to COA reports, Mr. Chairman, if I may, just a few queries, Mr. Chair.
Where is
Yeah.
na? Kasi
Yes, Mr. Chairman, because I heard, because I'm sure a lot of our people are listening and watching. Very interesting yung ni-raise ni Senator Bato. Ma'am, from COA, what's the difference between fraud audit and yung audit highlights? At binabanggit nyo matatapos na po ito. Is that correct? Because that's the reason why the chairperson of COA is not here today, because he's finalizing it today. Am I correct, ma'am?
Your Honor, opo. Yung fraud audit po, ang result po ng kanyang, or report po na lalabas ay yung pong audit highlights po natin. The audit highlights would contain the significant or yung key takeaways po doon sa ating fraud audit, wherein the nature of the alleged fraud and the persons liable at saka yung mga gathered po na evidence ang lalamanin po ng ating highlights. Kailangan po ng due process, sir, kailangan po munang ipareceive doon sa mga persons liable para po mag-comment po sila at magbigay din po ng kanilang panig.
Yes, now I understand, okay? So, si Senator Bato, tinatanong niya yun, dun sa audit highlights, dun makikita yung nature ng alleged fraud, yung evidence gathered, and the parties involved. Am I correct? So, matatapos na po yan. Mr. Chairman, if I may respectfully move that we subpoena itong binabanggit ng ating guest from COA, yung matatapos nila na fraud highlights, immediately i-furnish ng copy itong Blue Ribbon committee, even, Mr. Chairman, even while awaiting the response of the respondents. And also, once they responded, Mr. Chairman, we'd also like to subpoena the copies of the responses of the respondents as soon as they are submitted to COA. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, excuse me, Mr. Chair, because the last time I was here, I was only allowed 2 questions by you, and yet, mga kasamahan ko rito, bilang respeto sa mga kasamahan ko, they were allowed na 1 to sawa. Dapat maging fair ka, Mr. Chair. Pag sinabi mong 2 questions, 2 minutes talaga, you have to stick with it. You're not being fair, Mr. Chair.
I am fair kasi nandito ka sa...
No, kasi nung last time, sabi mo sa akin, 2 questions lamang. Sabi mo 1 question. Sabi ko, tinitipid mo ako, sabi mo 2 questions. And now, pinapayagan mo kahit na ilang questions. Be fair, Mr. Chair.
Teka muna, bago tayo magkaroon ng impression na walang fair dito, noon, sinabi ko na in the earliest statement na como nag-uumpisa tayo noon at kinakailangan nating mabakate ang plenary at exactly 2:15, kaya tayo nagmadali. Kaya naman sabi ko sa inyo, pasensya na muna. Ngayon, sa dami ng gustong magtanong, kaya binigyan natin ng tigpa 5 minutes ngayon. Kaya lang, I am following a schedule here. Ito pa yung nandito kung wala na si Senator Marcos, tapos ka na.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, I made a motion, Mr. Chairman. I have a pending motion, Mr. Chair. I second the motion. And duly seconded, Mr.
Tapusin
Chair.
muna natin yung bitin na kasi hindi tayo, na parang tayo nagpapatintero, Madam Kowa Ang tinatanong napakasimple lang, paano yung inaudit yung cost? Bago po bayaran ng COA yan, pipirma ang resident auditor. Pati yung area auditor ninyo, meron kayong area director Ibig nyo sabihin na bayaran ito nung walang pumirma na auditor?
Your Honor, ganito po yung procedure natin. Wala na po tayong pre-audit, kaya po ang nagbabayad ay ang pumipirma na lang po.
Wala akong pakialam sa pre-audit. I'm not asking you about the pre-audit. Meron kayong post-audit
Yes, Your
Ito
Honor.
nangyari, ghost project
Opo.
Tapos na tapos pero walang nangyari. Ang tinatanong namin sa'yo, sino ang pumirma? Bago mapirmahan yun, merong certificate of acceptance, merong certificate of completion, pipirma ang resident auditor.
Hindi po pipirma ang resident.
Anong gagawin ng
Your
COA?
Honor. Post-audit nga lang po. Kaya po...
Ano nga yung post-audit? In your charter, magkaintindihan tayo. Ito yung charter, sample of services listed in COA Citizens Charter. Financial audit, performance audit, compliance audit, fraud audit, special audit, notice of disallowance, notice of charge, notice of suspension. Among these, alin ang aakma doon sa performance ng contract?
Opo.
Nasaan kayo?
Papasok po siya sa compliance, sir.
Sus Mariosep,
Opo.
wala nga compliance eh.
Ganito po, Your Honor, marami pong observation ng mga auditors natin pagdating po sa compliance nila sa procurement.
Sinong mag-a-avail ng compliance? Sino yung auditee?
DPWH po sa case po natin ngayon, Your Honor.
So anong nangyari?
Marami pong observation ng mga auditors natin, sir, pagdating po sa compliance nila ng
Kapag ba ang chairman mismo pumunta rito, he can present better questions than you, answers than you?
Pareho lang din po yung isasagot, Your Honor. Kasi ganun
Pareho
po
ang
yung proseso
isasagot?
natin. Opo.
O, sandali lang. Let us follow the...
Mr. Chairman, I'm now being tempted to raise a point of order, Mr. Chairman. I made a motion duly seconded, Mr. Chairman.
Eh kasi nga kung...
To subpoena, Mr. Chairman, today, Mr. Chairman, I'm asking it today because they said
If that will help us, okay. Any seconds?
Second, it was already seconded, Mr.
Oh, there's a motion and there's second. The motion is approved. Then let's
Thank you,
continue
Mr.
with the questioning.
Mr. Chair, sir, kasi yung 5 minutes ko, maraming sumingit. Last na lang, isa lang.
Hindi kasi hindi na makakaano itong mga kasama natin.
With the permission of Senator Tulfo. Senator Tulfo, maiksi lang. Maiksi lang. Ha?
Di ba, Mr. Chair?
Kasi sabi ng, Mr. Chair, sabi ng COA.
Teka muna, with the permission of Senator Tulfo.
Okay lang?
Clarification, Mr. Chair. Akala ko po ako yung...
Oo nga, kayo na po ang susunod. Kaya lang, ang sabi nga, ayaw pang bumitaw. Wala
Hindi.
Marami
Nakikita naman last na to, last.
last.
Sequence.
And then
Salamat,
last,
Mr.
and then
Chair.
Senator Risa.
Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Pagkatapos wala na si Senator Amy, Senator Rapi.
Yeah.
Sandali na, ikaw na po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, considering that this representation is part of the leadership,
Okay.
Priority.
Okay.
the list of
Last question, and then Senator Risa. Wala na si Senator Marcos, Senator Joel, Senator Rapi, Senator Robin, magkano ka? Senator Robin. And then Senator Mark. Okay, in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Proceed, sir, proceed.
Ma'am COA, sabi mo kanina, kaya hindi pa kayo nakapag-file ng kaso dahil itong mga ghost projects na ito ay 2025 nangyayari. Am I correct? At you need time para
Sir, for
makapag-file ng kaso.
clarification, isa po doon sa mga ghost projects na na-mention, sir, ay 2025. Pero sa iba po, hindi ko po masigurado kung anong taon.
Okay, ganito. According to COA Annual Audit Report 2023, 2023 ito, it was observed that various infrastructure projects with aggregate cost of 5.716 billion were declared as 100% complete. On the report on publicized government programs, projects, and activities, and project status monitoring reports of DPWH implementing offices despite the deficiencies or defects noted upon actual inspection and validation thereof. Ibig sabihin po, sa regular annual audit ng COA, nakikita na ang mga mali-maling report ng District Engineering Office ng DPWH. So itong mga 2023 na mga problema, wala pa kayo napailan ng kaso nito?
Your Honor, yung iba po dyan kasi, kinorek na nung contractor yung mga noted deficiencies. Yung iba naman po, nagbayad na po yung mga persons liable. At doon sa mga nakorek, kahit nakorek po, meron din pong mga pinataw or nakolektang liquidated damages po.
So, meaning wala talaga nakasuhan kasi naayos nila. Naayos nila ito lahat. Kasi 5.716 billion pesos na projects. Sabi maraming deficiencies. Tapos wala nakasuhan.
Yan po yung total contract cost, Your Honor, yung 5.7.
Yes.
Opo.
So wala nakasuhan ito.
itatanong ko po kasi, Your Honor, consolidation po yan sa lahat ng regional and district engineering offices.
Yes, I hope, ma'am. That's your mandate. That's your mandate.
Kukunin po namin sa mga regional auditors po
gawin
natin
po ninyo.
kung meron po silang mga pinailan po para po dyan.
Salamat,
Opo,
ma'am.
thank you po, Your
very much. Mr. Chair, I'm done.
Thank you,
Maraming salamat.
Senator Risa. Your turn.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. So, Miss Sara Diskaya, nasa garahe niyo pa po ba yung mga sasakyang iyon? Pag chinek po ngayon, andun pa rin po, tulad nung sinabi niyo sa mga interviewers? Yes po. And sabi niyo po kasi sa kanila nung interview, 40, ngayon 28. Ilan ba talaga ang sasakyan niyo?
Kasi kasama pa yung mga service cars ng mga employees ko that is owned by the companies.
So, ilan po yung mga sasakyan na sa inyo at inyong pamilya?
28.
28. Oh, napakarami pa rin po. Okay. Sa DPWH po, Mr. Chair.
just a point
Yes,
of information.
minority.
Point of information para sa inyo, no? I'll transfer to the DBCC. Yung binanggit niya, nabanggit kasi yung mga kotse, Mr. Chairman, eh. Yung sinabi niyang pinagbilan niya, yung Febel Enterprises, ito yung mga charge ng BOC ng smuggled Bugatti Chirons. Yun yung kumpanya. Puro smuggled ng kumpanya, ang mga sasakyan nito, ha? Declared Mercedes-Benz, Porsche Boxster, kung ano, 2022, pero 2024, yung dalawang Bugatti. For the info.
Salamat po, Minority Leader.
May
Mr.
Bugatti
Chair.
ka, no? May Bugatti?
Wala po. Wala po.
So, Mr. Chair, it would seem based dun sa information ni Minority Leader, may iba pa pong possible offenses na mapasok po sa findings natin dito sa inyong committee report po. Magtanong naman po ako sa DPWH, Mr. Chair, sa kung sino ang sasagot para sa department. Ang department po ba, at sa tingin nyo yung bagong secretary, susuporta po sa isang one-strike policy sa mga contractors? Ibig sabihin, one-strike ban, zero tolerance policy. Ibig sabihin, tanggal ka agad ang contractor na napatunayang palpak, pabaya o tiwali. Kasi hanggang ngayon, dun sa 15 na contractor na pinangalanan ni Presidente, hanggang ngayon, wala sa kanila, zero ang nasa blacklist. So, sino pong sasagot, Mr. Chair?
DPWH, is there a policy who's going to answer? Yusek Cabral.
Yes, ma'am. Mabuti kayo po yung sasagot dahil madalas din po kayong nababanggit nitong mga araw na ito. One strike policy po, zero tolerance policy. Susuportahan po ba ng department at pati ng bagong secretary?
Sa palagay ko po, susuportahan po yung one strike policy. Considering yung mga events po na nangyari ngayon.
So, ibig pong sabihin, yung 15 contractor na pinangalanan ni Presidente, posibleng pumasok sa blacklist these days?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, possible po. Depende po sa results ng mga fraud audit or mga QAU report po, posible po.
At ano pong time frame din nung fraud at saka internal audits po na iyon para matukoy kung mayroon sa 15 na papasok sa blacklist ng department?
Hindi ko po alam yung instruction ni former Secretary Bonoan, pero alam ko po nagpaikot na po siya ng mga quality assurance unit sa lahat po ng mga regional offices. Yung fraud audit po ay kinokonduct ng Commission on Audit. So sabi po nila, isang buwan.
Isang buwan po
Kanina
ang fraud audit at internal audit.
Yung internal audit po sa amin po yun.
Sa inyo naman,
Meron
sa department.
pong internal audit sa amin na under ng Office of the Secretary. So
pwede namin itanong sa bagong secretary, ganong katagal yung internal audit? Yun naman pong quality assurance unit na trabaho, kailan po matatapos iyon?
alam ko, sa pagkakaalam ko po, kasi under ng technical services yun, ay meron na pong dineploy yung undersecretary namin for technical services na mga quality assurance unit sa mga regional offices.
Yes, nabanggit nyo po. Anong time frame po nila?
Hindi ko lang po alam kung ano po yung timetable nila, but alam ko po na parang last week or a week before, parang 50 teams na yata po, but I'm not so sure ang pinaikot. Composed po ng representative ng Bureau of Construction, Bureau of Quality and Bureau of Research and Standards, saka BQS, Quality and Safety.
Ifa-follow up po namin kayo kung kailan hanggat maaga dapat matatapos yon. And
Yes, Your Honor, Madam Chair.
salamat, Yusek Cabral. And Mr. Chair, dahil napag-uusapan na rin kahit kanina yung audit, itanong ko po kay Director Tracy Ann ng COA, well, hindi, sa DPWH pa rin, Yusek Cabral, pero kaugnay po ng audit na pag-uusapan kanina. Ano namang uri ng warranty ang meron sa mga proyekting ito? Ibig sabihin, kapag po nasira yung isang flood control project, pwede po bang paayos sa kanila at patapusin at no cost to government?
Your Honor, sasagutin ko po yan sa pagkakaalam ko. Kasi
Of course po.
planning po and PPP ang hawak ko. Alam ko po may 1-year warranty pagkatapos po ma-declare na completed. So yung 1-year warranty po, after that, tatanggapin po ng implementing office for the certificate of acceptance. Yun po, during that period po, kung meron na observe na mga defects, kailangan pong ipakorek nila sa mga contractor at no cost to the government, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. At kung hindi po nila i-correct, sa pagkakaalam ko po, pinapatawan po sila ng, parang nire-recover po yata lahat ng mga monies or retention money or billing, hindi po papayagang makakubra ng final billing. Kasi alam ko po, requirement po yung certificate of acceptance para ho makakubra ng final billing. Sa pagkakaalam ko po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Kahit po 1 year lang pala yung warranty, Yusek, at parang napakaiksi po, no, para sa mga infrastructure projects, kasama na po itong mga flood control projects. Siguro naman, within 1 year din natatapos yung audit report. So kaagad, ibinibigay po sa DPWH, kaagad na nakukuha ng pansin niyo kung may sinasabi ang Commission on Audit na mga nasirang proyekto o under the standard set by the department, lalo na po kung ghost, as in invisible.
Tama po.
So, moving forward, sa mga ganyang klase mga proyekto, hindi ba pwedeng at no cost to government, ipagawa ulit sa contractor or patapusin or pag-apirin kung ghost lang po iyon?
Tama po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, na lahat po ng depekto na as a result of their workmanship ay dapat pong i-correct ng contractor at no cost to the government.
So moving, yes, Mr. Chair, SP Pro Tem.
Madam Cabral, total wala na si Secretary Bonoan, ikaw na yung representative ng DPWH. Doon sa 15 construction company na binanggit ni Presidente, meron bang ongoing projects ngayon as we speak? Doon sa 15 na binanggit ni Pangulo.
Palagay ko po meron dahil...
Palagay mo?
Opo.
You have to be...
pasensya na po, Your
firm.
Honor, Mr. Chair, kasi hindi po ako operations.
Okay, last question. Sa pagkakalam mo, may ghost project ba?
Sinabi ni Secretary nung...
Yes, oo nga. Sa pagkakalam mo.
Yun po yung sinabi ni Secretary.
Sa pagkakalam mo nga, in your own opinion.
Hindi ko po masasagot na confirm dahil hindi ko po alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa operations. Pero yun po yung sinabi ni Secretary.
So you believe, you support
Yes.
the statement of the
Yes
former
po, Your
Secretary
Honor.
that indeed there are ghost projects.
Yes, Your Honor.
And can you identify those contractors who are involved in these ghost projects?
Hindi ko pa po alam dahil may nag-audit po. Baka po yung director namin ng internal audit na nasa likod makakapagsabi po kung ano po yung resulta ng audit. Because the internal audit po ng department ay directly under kay Secretary.
Alright.
Dorisa, proceed. Yung mag-intervene, madididak yung time mo. Ha? So, it's up to you kung papayag ka.
Honor, Mr. Chair, i-qualify ko rin po yung tinanong ni Senator Risa.
Yes, Mr.
Sabi po ng operations, 5 years. 5 years na po pag structural.
That's better po, Mr. Chair.
Sa flood control daw po. 15 years for permanent structure. Yun po.
5 years sa flood control,
15
15 years
for
sa
permanent structure.
Permanent
I
structures.
suppose yun po yung tulay.
So hindi po tinuturing na permanent structure ang flood control?
Semi-permanent daw po.
Semi-permanent. And yung tinuturing yung permanent structures,
Tulay po
tulay,
siguro at
for
saka mga
example,
building.
at mga buildings. So within the 5 years,
Yun pong flood
kapag po nasira o
Structural.
nakitang substandard or,
Yes
or
po.
ghost, it should not take 5 years to see or unsee a ghost project na
Yes
flood
po, Your
control.
Honor. Yes po.
Moving forward, sa tingin nyo papayag ang department, paayos yan, paapirin yan, itaas sa standards ang flood control project at no cost to government.
Dapat po, Your Honor.
Dapat
Mr.
lang
Chair.
po talaga, ma'am. Ngayon, bukod po dun sa suspension, yung sinabi ni Chair kanina na revocation, meron na ba tayong doble gastos, doble danyos policy? Kung saan pagbabayari ng doble. Una, para sa construction. Pangalawa, sa repair. Yung mga contractor, kung sila ay may substandard project. Sa tingin nyo po ba, ideya itong doble gastos, doble danyos policy, ideya na pwedeng suportahan ng bagong secretary? Kasi gusto ko lang pong i-remind, Mr. Chair, ang department na hindi dapat taong bayan ang gumastos ng doble. Ano po, kapag palpak yung flood control project.
Pwede po, Madam Chair, na pag-aralan yan. I'm sure anything po na makakatulong para masiguradong tama yung proyekto, yung kwalidad at yung hindi ghost ay susuportahan po ng buong departamento.
Okay, so i-follow up po namin yan sa inyo. Isa pang dagdag na consequence o parusa para lalo na para sa proyekto sa flood control. Kasi kanina, Mr. Chair, hindi ko nga alam kung ako'y matutuwa or iiyak na ito, naghihiring tayo, samantalang suspended na naman ang trabaho at saka pagpasok sa eskwelahan, sa public, sa government, dahil sa ulan at napipintong baha na naman. Mr. Chair, matanong naman po sa BIR.
Your 5 minutes is up,
I see.
Senator.
One last question, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
okay.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Para po kay Deputy Commissioner, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought I saw Sir Lumawi kanina. So, Deputy Commissioner Barcelo ng BIR. May investigasyon na po ba ang BIR kung nagbabayad ng tamang buwis ang mga diskaya at ang kanilang mga kumpanya? Pati na rin po lahat ng mga kumpanya at personalidad na sangkot sa flood control scam.
Yes, Your Honor. The Commissioner has already stated before that all those initially 15 contractors will be subjected to BIR investigation, Your Honor.
Will be subjected? Are they not yet being subjected as we speak?
They are subjected in the sense that a letter of authority to kick off the investigations are now issued by the BIR Commissioner, and it is for service to the companies involved.
Sorry, letter of?
Authority, Your Honor.
Authority.
Letter of authority.
So will be served pa lang. Kailan po isi-serve?
Upon issuance, Your Honor, I understand they were already issued, and every opportunity for the BIR examiners to serve them, they will be served, Your Honor.
So the letter was already issued pero isi-serve pa dun sa 15. Kailan po masi-serve yun?
There were companies that were already issued LOA, Your Honor, and there are still that have not yet been served the letter of authority, and this will be served.
At kailan po sila, within how many days kailangan humarap sila or sumagot sa Bureau?
As soon as they receive the LOA, the BIR will be issuing some notices to them to submit documents for the investigation, and there are procedures for that, Your Honor, later on when the BIR come up with their findings, and they have they are entitled, of course, to notices.
Pero yung initial submission, ilang araw once ma-issuehan ng letter of authority?
extension, Your Honor. Maybe it could be 5 days, 10 days to 15 days, Your Honor.
5 to 15 days. All right, salamat po,
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Sa next round ko po, itatanong ko po sa BIR kung
Yes,
nakikipag-ugnayan na rin sila sa AMLA kasi yung graft and corruption ay predicate crimes para sa money laundering. At itatanong ko rin po yung papeles ng 4 sa Diskaya companies na nagpapakita ng pambihirang pagtaas ng level of capitalization in the billions po. Mr. Chair, at itatanong ko kung ito po ba ay tinitignan na ng BIR at in coordination na rin po sa AMLA. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Risa. Senator Amy is...
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. At ang una kong itatanong, hindi ba may mga audit mechanisms ang DPWH? Sinabi na ni Jose Cabral yung internal audit. Ano po yung QAU, CPES at PCMA? Parating nababanggit. At sino ba in charge nito? Bakit kinailangan pa na magtatag ng Anti-Corruption Task Force? Pumalya ba lahat ng audit mechanism ninyo? Anyari dito sa mga QAU, nasa ilalim ng plantilla po ninyo, CPES, PCMA.
Ang QAU po ay pinamumunan po ng mga miyembro ng mga technical services, yung Bureau of Maintenance, Construction, BQS at BRS, Bureau of Design po. Sila po ay mayroong team na kini-create para mag-inspeksyon. Meron po sa central office, meron din po sa regional office. Sa pagkakaalam ko po, the regional office are tasked to inspect yung mga project na district. Meron ang central office po.
Hindi, nakakapagtaka kasi dahil may QAU, sinabi nga ninyo, kabahagi nito, may design, etc. Bakit sunod-sunod yung mga Kabagan Bridge disasters? Ano nangyari? Hindi dumaan yan sa QAU?
Before you answer, let me acknowledge the presence of Senator Bongo. And also, Madam, with your indulgence, Mr. BIR, can we give you the go signal to already issue the LOA to the 15 companies represented and initially identified to have been allegedly implicated in this anomalous execution of flood control projects?
Your Honor,
You can take advantage of the presence. Maybe you can issue the LOA today as we speak.
what I said earlier, Your Honor, there were companies that were already issued even before this hearing.
I mean, the others were not yet issued,
not
but
yet.
they are here. You can take advantage.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes, Yusek, please.
Kinorek po ako ng aking mga kasamaan sa likod. Ang QAU daw po ay galing sa central office na umiikot para matignan. Pwede pong umikot siya kahit na ongoing pa lang yung project, pag-complete.
Tama.
Opo.
Yun nga ang pagkaalam ko, kaya ako nagtataka bakit napasok yung technical services at saka design. Yung CPES at saka yung PCMA, pumalya ba lahat ng internal audit mechanisms ng DPWH ng sabay-sabay? Bakit nagkaganito?
Your Honor, Madam Chair, yun pong CPS ay, alam ko po, GPPB ang gumagawa. GPPB.
Pero DBM yun, di ba? Yung GPPB? Bakit biglang naging public work siya?
Hindi po public works yata ang gumagawa ng CP, parang contractors performance evaluation system.
Yes. Pero kayo pa rin ang pinanggagalingan ng datos, kayo rin ang nagre-report.
Opo, kapag sila...
How does this work? Napaka-komplikado nito, pati kayo nabubulol na. PCMA, ano naman yun?
Yung PCMA po ay database ng DPWH.
Kaya nga how do all these work together? At bakit tuloy-tuloy itong mga kapalpakan? Siguro hihingi ako ng impormasyon mula sa inyo at maliwanagan kami. Palibasa ito lang ang kauna-unahang pagkakataon. And bakit kinailangan pa na ang Pangulo pa ang magsasabi ng 15 flag contractors? Tapos ngayon, meron tayong Anti-Corruption Task Force, meron pang Congress investigation na halos pinagtatawanan ng taong bayan kasi kayo rin ang gumawa. Biglang tayo na rin ang mag-iimbestiga. Ano pa ang pinagkaiba nito sa sumbong sa Pangulo website? katakot-takot na investigasyon, pwede ba kasuhan na? Kaya sabi nga ni Chairman, maglowa na yung BIR na yan. So maybe you can explain to us the internal audits, otherwise we have nothing to look forward to except continued failed flood-controlled projects. So, meron pa akong isang tanong na ito yung mahiwagang master plan, ilang beses na natin tinatanong, hindi naman mag-uumpisa to sa zero. Alam naman natin, dekada 70 pa, meron ng Metro Manila Master Plan. Alam naman natin, ang MMDA nandyan. Nung nakaraang hearing, yung REBCO sa DNR, nasabihan din kasi hindi naman pala sila nakikipag-coordinate. Narinig rin natin na meron daw mga master plan and feasibility studies for the 21 major river basins of the country. Asa na ba tayo sa master plan? Meron pa ba tayong makukuha dyan sa archive ng DPWH kung saan ang balita, ang turnover, napakalabo? May mahihinatan ba tayong master plan sa near future? Wag naman sa napakalayo.
Kasalukuyan pong ina-update ng UPMO Flood Control ang lahat ng master plan sa 18 major river basin, Mr.
Yun lang? Yung pa lang? Yung river pa lamang? Kapag hindi
River system po, major river system.
Yung pa lang?
Yun po yung ina-update.
Pero yung national?
Wala pong singular, sabi nga po ni former Secretary Bonoan, wala pong singular na master plan para sa buong Pilipinas dahil iba-iba po yung...
Wala ba plan? Wala bang balak na may ganun?
Paliwanag po dyan ng mga experts sa flood control. Bawat river po may kanya-kanyang hydrologic characteristic kaya hindi po ata pwedeng isang singular master plan.
Hindi naman natin pinag-uusapan lamang ang mga ilog. Pinag-uusapan natin ang lahat ng problema kasi ngayon hindi lang ilog ang nag-overflow kung ano-ano na nag-overflow. Kaya napunta tayo sa ilog at sa United National na ang sinasabi po ninyo hindi po pwede magkaroon ng iisa. Ano naman yung Unified Project Management Flood Control, hindi nagkakaisa. Alam natin, sangkatutak na foreign financing. Ang foreign financing umaabot na ng 42% ng ating budget, bilyon-bilyon ang World Bank na binigay sa ating mga projects. Sina-harmonize ba yan? Talaga bang may ginagawa tayong harmonization ng local projects, national project, pati na rin yung ating bilyon-bilyon na mga foreign assisted projects sa flooding?
Madam Chair, yung sa internal audit po, kung meron pong nandito po yung director ka na internal audit ng DPWH. Nandito, siguro po magandang kausapin natin o magsalita yung director ng UPMO, yung Unified Project Management Flood Control.
Si Director Mon Ariola pa rin niya. Siguro imbes na magsalita, mas maigi pang ipaliwanag niya kung ano ba ang nagagawa nitong bilyon-bilyon na hindi pa napapag-usapan kasi nakikita lamang namin yung nasa GAA. Paano pa yung bilyon-bilyon sa World Bank? Meron pa dyan yung ODA loans. Meron pang ADB. Sangkatutak yan. Saan ba napupunta yan? Siguro mag-submit muna siya. Maigi pa mon, ibigay mo na kaya yung listahan ng mga accomplishment. Kasi maraming nagtatanong na wala naman napupuntahan yan. By way of information, Chairman, may the committee request the expenditures vis-a-vis the accomplishments of the UPMO.
Noted. And Senator Amy, your 5 minutes is over.
Thank you very much. After that, I'd like to inquire about the unprogrammed section. Maraming salamat po.
And it's the turn of our very forgiving majority leader na kanina po ay talagang nagparaya na kasi mabuti naman ang kanyang puso. Kaya, Senator Joel.
Napakabait po ng chairman natin pero yung buong buhay ko dito sa Senado halos isang dekada na ngayon ko lang na-experience na pag nasa leadership ka, kailangan mong magparaya at maghintay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, let me go straight to the point. We owe it to our people, especially my kababayans in Bulacan. May lumabas po na yung ghost projects Nakakainit na ng ulo yung flood control projects and 3 taon na po yan dito sa Senado na tinatakel. Unfortunately, wala pa rin nangyayari. Yung 3 contractor, St. Timothy Trading, Wawaw, and ano yung isa? Sims Construction Trading.
Wala
Nandito po
yata
sila.
SYMS dito. Hindi dumating. Hindi sumipot. Is there any representative of SYMS here present? Wala. Okay.
And we subpoena them already, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
So we will contempt the...
We'll issue a warrant of arrest.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. But just the 2, just the... Are they... Yung time ko, muna. Yung St. Timothy, ayan, si Madam Roma.
St. Timothy, and I think Wawaw is here.
Yeah, St. Timothy, meron kayong ghost project sa Bulacan?
Mr. Chair, wala po.
Categorically. Tapos yung Wawaw?
Good morning po.
Yeah, can you answer yes or no? Ghost project? Can you turn on the microphone, please? It's a yes or no question, sir. Wow, you're
You don't
looking,
even know?
You're looking for your lawyers? Wow.
I invoke my self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ano? Can you repeat your answer?
Wow.
Can you repeat your answer, Mr. Arevalo?
I invoke my rights for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
My God, the question of the majority floor leader is very simple. It's very simple. Do you have any ghost project in any of the areas here in the Philippines? Answer.
Dahil may mga usapin po na kakasuhan yung mga kontraktor ng DPWH po at parte ng ulat ng Senado na magpagrekomenda ng paghahain ng kaso laban sa resource person, ang payo ng aking mga abogado ay huwag magsalita sa panahon na ito dahil anumang pahayag ko sa pagsisiyasat.
Sino utos sa'yo na huwag magsalita? Sino? May binabasa ka ba?
Ginawa ko po, Your Honor.
Ano binabasa mo?
Pasensya po kasi kinakabahan po kasi po.
It is only answerable by yes or no, Mr. Arevalo. Is there any ghost projects of Wawaw builders? This is what I discovered, and the former secretary confirmed during the first hearing that there indeed are ghost projects.
Bine-verify pa po namin, Your Honor, ano kung meron po.
Ano ka ba sa Wawaw? Are you the owner?
Yes po, Your Honor.
You should know.
Majority Leader, it's your time, ha?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'm just disappointed, Mr. Chairman, kasi ang bihira ka, sasagot ka ng ganyan, ghost project. Parang tinatanong ka kung tao ka, hindi mo alam kung tao ka. Mr. Chairman, just to put on record also, no, yung Diskaya Group, ang total cost project nila from 2022 to 2025 ay 31 billion pesos. 31 billion pesos dito sa siyam na kumpanya na ito. Yung Sims at yung Wawaw Builders, at doon sa 31 billion, Mr. Chairman, 3 billion nasa Bulacan, Region 3, if I'm not mistaken. 2.8 billion sa Bulacan. Yung Sims, tsaka yung Wawaw, meron pong 4 billion at 1.2 billion sa Bulacan. May I know from COA kung na-audit niyo po itong tatlo na itong binanggit ko na ito, ang kumpanya?
Sir, ito po yung mga na-subject for audit, fraud audit, especially for Bulacan po, sir, Your Honor.
Yes, and nakita niyo may ghost project. Kaya hindi makasagot ito, eh.
Opo.
Can you confirm?
Hindi ko pa po ma-confirm.
Because
sir,
we're going to get we subpoena already the documents. So, can you confirm? Yes or
Your
no?
Honor, wala po akong kopya nung audit highlights.
Do you also audit itong pickup?
Meron po tayong mga auditors assigned sa DTI, Your Honor, at may mga findings din po sila, kaya na-audit din po yung PICAB po.
I'll go with the pickup, no? Nandito si Dr. Dakay. Dr. Dakay, ilan kayo sa board? Can you just mention the names? Tatlo?
Yeah, there are 3 of us, Your Honor. Engineer Ernie Bagaw, Engineer Arthur Escalante, and myself.
Okay, kayong tatlo, as board members ng PICAB, are you also contractors, officers, or owners of companies that have government contracts with DPWH or LGUs, sir?
Our company, Your Honor, does not have any projects with the DPWH.
Kayong tatlo na members ng board, I have documents here to prove something, sir. Please don't lie to me, please.
Yes, that's why. Engineer Bagaw, AGB, and Arthur Escalante have projects with the DPWH.
So meron, sir, Your Honors. Is that correct? Yes, the current PICAB board members have construction contracts with DPWH, and I can show it to you later, LGUs and other government entities with their respective companies. Your answer is yes, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you don't think it's not right for you guys to have these contracts? For example, Dr. Dakay, as chairperson, associated po kayo dun sa Dakay Construction and Development Corporation. May projects po kayo with national and various local governments for public facilities like government buildings and schools. Si Engineer Bagaw, one of the top contractors ng flood control project, securing worth 7.7 billion. Si Engineer Escalante signed a contract with DPWH on behalf of his company in May 2022 while already a PICAB board member. Are you aware of this, sir?
Yes, I'm aware of that, Your Honor.
And there's nothing wrong with it? And there's no conflict of interest, you think, among your officials? And there's nothing we can do to stop the 3 of you, the powerful 3 in PICAB?
Your Honor, if I may speak for myself, we do not have any government projects, Your Honor. We used to have, but not anymore.
I will no longer belabor the issue. I think it's very clear, Mr. Chairman, what I'm trying to raise here. Yung sa DPWH, paano nating napiprevent yung pag-rent out o yung purchase ng PICAB licenses?
Your Honor, that is a very good question. And
I'm not asking you, I'm asking DPWH.
Hindi, personal opinion ko, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po dapat o hindi tama siguro ang pagpapairam ng lisensya.
You are not being asked to give your personal opinion,
I
ma'am.
apologize.
This is a recorded proceedings.
I apologize, Your Honor.
We're talking about facts here. Thank
I
you.
apologize, Your Honor. But I am not very knowledgeable on the procurement part. I have not been a member of any BAC. Pero again, sa pagkakaalam ko po, hindi po tama na pinagpa-rent or pinapahiram. Kasi po yung...
But you are aware that this is happening?
Hindi ko po. Well, hindi.
Come on, Jose Cabral.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Because I am not involved in the operation.
Kayo bang na-deputize na sumagot in behalf of the department para
Ako po kasi
makasiguro lang tayo?
Opo, ako po kasi yung pinakamataasang posisyon na nandito ngayon. Kasama ko po yung mga regional director.
Kasi you keep on looking at your back for every question.
I
So
apologize.
you're referring to most of them. Baka you are very discomfortable with doing this. So baka meron po kayong gustong
Opo.
pumalit sa inyo. Sa ngayon,
Pwede po bang matawag ko ang isang regional director kasi sila po yung...
regional director lang yun. Lalo mo lang alam yun.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the majority leader, interjection lang.
Okay.
Paalala lang po na kasasabi po kasi ni Jose Cabral, hindi nila alam na mayroong pagpapahiram or pagre-rent out ng lisensya. Pero kanina po sinabi ni dating Secretary Bonoan, alam nila at alam ng department. For the record, salamat Mr. Chair at Majority Leader.
Anyway, that will be shown later on by the documents that we will be subjected to questioning as well as people who are involved in this. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I only have 1 minute to go. May I just put on record, because this is in aid of legislation, yung subcontracting loophole, yung joint venture loophole, gusto nating i-address ito. So kung hindi kayo makapagtutulungan sa amin, DPWH, mahahalata kayo na part kayo ng mafia dito talaga. So yan ang gusto nating makita, because itong mga contractor, if I have enough time, I will ask these contractors. For example, Ma'am Diskaya, nagpapahiram ba kayo ng lisensya?
Sorry po, hindi po.
So lahat ng nakalagay po sa inyo, dun sa 30 billion in the past 3 years, ay kayo talaga lahat ang gumawa.
Yes po.
For example, kayo, Ma'am St. Timothy, sinabi nyo kanina, may 145 flood control kayo. Di ba? Ilan ang tauhan nyo?
I have 38 admin employees po.
38. Pero ilang billion yung hawak po ninyo. So, alam na.
Admin lang po.
Kaya nga, so alam na nagpapahiram kayo. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, last but not the least, let me just point out, no? Last month, the Office of Ombudsman ordered the filing of criminal charges in connection po dun sa 2.4 billion purchase na laptops for public school teachers during the pandemic. And among the respondents, Mr. Chairman, yung Froilan de Mongo from joint venture that included yung SunWest Construction and Development Corporation. Once again, we ask, Mr. Chairman, why insist on awarding contracts to firms like SunWest, which are involved in corruption cases, when there are more qualified and reliable contractors available? Yung COA Annual Report 2021, finlag na. Imagine, construction firm supplying laptops. So bakit nakakakuha pa rin ito? So clearly, wala talagang mekanismo para i-check. Zero. Kitang-kita ko lahat kayo nagnanad. Parang wala na ba tayong magagawa dito? Klaro na, maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw itong mga kumpanya na binanggit natin, contractors na binanggit natin. And yet, kumukopo pa rin sila ng limpak-limpak na billion peso project from the government. Can anyone answer this question? Why is it happening? PICAB? DPWH? COA? Didn't we see this already?
Your Honor, sir, jurisdiction po kasi yun ng GPPB. And usually po, sir, yung blacklisting po is 1 year lang po yung pag-blacklist nila. After 1 year po, pwede na po ulit silang makipag-transact or makipag-bid po.
They can produce again, they can apply again, and ang PICAB, bibigyan ulit sila ng lisensya.
Opo. Opo, Your Honor.
At umuoo po kayo, Dr. Dakay, so ganun talaga. Kahit alam yung blacklisted or...
Because, Your Honor, if I may, the blacklisting is actually a function of the PPPB because they are the ones who are enforcing Republic Act 9184, which is the procurement law. So it is within their ambit to do the blacklisting because it is
Okay
a
now,
procurement.
Mr. Chairman, nakakainit lang ng ulo. Salamat po, pero parang wala akong patutunguhan to pag itong ating pamahalaan, ating gobyerno, wala
So it's
na
now the
tayong
turn of Senator Rapi Tulfo.
With the permission of Senator Rafi, I know he wants to ask a lot of questions. With the permission, pumayag na. Miss Rimando, kanina sila mo, bago ka naging CEO ng St. Timothy, naging HR ka, magkano sweldo mo?
Mr. Chair, yung sweldo ko po noon, nasa 30 to 40 po.
1,000 a month. Correct. Paid up capital. Tama, paid up capital. Paid up capital. Saan ka kumuha ng ganitong crap? Hindi, pera mo to eh. I mean, iba pa yung pera ng subscription ni Mary Faith Glynn, Jerry Panty. Ikaw ang pinakamalaki, 887 million.
Mr. Chair,
Sino nagbigay? Huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa. Sino nagbigay yung pera sa'yo?
nakakahiyaman pong aminin, pero meron po akong hiniram na halaga sa tito ko po nung nagsisimula pa lang po ako na nagtayo po.
Magkano hiniram mo sa tito mo?
Noong una po ay Nasa 7.7 million lang po.
Oh, o paano umabot ng 887 million?
Nung kumikita na po si St. Timothy, wala po akong nilalabas na sarili ko pong kita. Lahat po pinapasok ko din po dun sa corporation
Talaga?
po. Opo, Mr. Chair.
Magkano binabayad mong tax sa gobyerno?
Mr. Chair, pwede ko po bang mag-refer dun sa financial
Sige,
statement
babalikan
po?
kita, tapos nahiyan ako kay Senator Raffy, okay?
Thank you po.
Senator Rapi.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kanina nabanggit ni Senator Soto na yung dealer na inamin naman ng mga diskaya ang pinagkukunan nilang kanilang luxury vehicles ay yung company na involved sa pagpasok dito ng Ducati na hindi nagbayad ng tax kaya hinila kasi in-expose ko yon. So my question dito sa mga sa diskaya, mag-provide kayo, are you willing to provide all those documents from the Bureau of Customs na to make sure na nagbayad kayo talaga nung tamang buwis doon sa mga luxury vehicles ninyo na pinalaway nyo sa taong bayan na 28 you said? And also Mr. Chair, siguro patawag na natin yung Bureau of Customs kasi malay mo, meron nga korupsyon doon sa mga project nila. Pati ba naman sa pagbayad ng buwis, lulukoyin pa tayo. So baka meron tayong mahila doon. Are you willing?
Yes po.
Okay. Number 2, dito sa BIR, nabalitaan nyo, of course, last year, palumabas yung video na in-interview itong mga diskaya tungkol sa kanilang mga ari-arian na sobrang lavish. Nag-issue kayo ng LOA against them? After na makita yung video? Letter of authority?
Letter of authority to a corporation.
But did you do that?
Your Honor, please.
Ginawa nyo ba yun para sa
Yes, Your
diskaya?
Honor. There was a letter of authority.
Ano pong lumitaw doon sa result ng
It is still an ongoing investigation, Your Honor.
1 year ago pa?
I think the LOA was issued 20, if I'm not mistaken, late 2024 or early 2025.
Kaya nga, bakit ang tagal? Samantalang pag nag-issue ka ng LOA sa mga Chinese, sa mga beer houses, in 2 weeks na natatapos agad. Siyempre, nagkakaroon ng under the table. So bakit dito ang tagal?
We observe some procedures.
No, I don't want to, hindi acceptable yan. Marami akong kaibigan ng mga businessmen, mga Chinese karamihan na nagsusumbong sa akin. Pinapadala nyo ng LOA randomly kahit na alam nyo na walang kasalanan. Gusto nyo lang sigurong maharas or ma-check yung status ng kanilang tax payments. Initial nyo ng LOA. In matters of 2 weeks, maximum 1 month, lumalabas ng resulta ng LOA, nagbabayad na yung Chinese na sinasabi nyo kulang at nagbabayad sila on the side kung kanino man yung Poncio Pilato. Now, dito sa Diskaya, inaabot kayo na matagal. Bakit tumatagal? Dahil nagtatawaran pa?
Most of this time that we're consuming, Your Honor, is gathering of some documents from third-party sources verifying the initial information gathered.
No, you don't gather documents. They are the ones who should provide you all the documents necessary for you to prove your point.
Yes, Your Honor, that's
Which you are
true.
doing it. Again, babalikan ko dun. Ang tagal-tagal nyo mag-audit sa mga tulad ng mga Diskaya, pero pag sa mga maliit na negosyante na gusto nyong harasin, ang bilis nyo agad maglabas ng LOA at saka yung result ng inyong investigation, sabi ko nga, 2 weeks lang. In fact, I can provide you names of people na pinirahan nyo dahil sa LOA na yan. Pero mga ito, ang tagal. Bakit nagtatawaran kayo?
No, the status of
No,
this ongoing
gusto ko next time,
investigation.
lahat ng mga contractors na na-issue nyo ng LOA, even DPWH officials, ilabas nyo na agad yung resulta. Huwag nang patagalin pa. Huwag nang mag-antay pa kayo ng something. Now, District Engineer ng DPWH, Assistant District Engineer ng DPWH, Bulacan, the name is Bryce. Etong taon to, meron siyang Ferrari, meron siyang Lamborghini at nakapangalan pa sa wife niya. Okay, alam niyo ba ito? Monitor niyo ito, mga taga-DPWH? His name is Bryce. And he owns a Lamborghini, he owns a Ferrari, and he goes to the casino almost every single night. At meron tayong mga video niyan, pwede tayo humingi ng video niyan sa Soler, sa Okada, at makikita yung pagmumukha niya doon sa VIP room.
For the
Hindi niyo monitor to?
For the information of Senator Tulfo, his real name is Bryce Erickson Hernandez.
There you go.
He is the Assistant District Engineer.
Andito ba siya?
He is not here.
Nandito po yung district engineer, Your Honor,
No,
Mr.
ang
Chair.
tinatanong ni Senator Tulfo, si Bryce.
Wala po yata.
Okay. So, my next question, wala pa. So, imbestigahan niyo po yon. Kaya naman, at saka gusto ko yung Ferrari niya at saka Lamborghini hilain at i-auction in favor of the government kasi I'm sure yung pera yun galing sa korupsyon yun. Wala siyang karapatan na magkaroon ng ganong klaseng ari-arian tapos nagkakasino pa. Monitor niyo yun. Okay? Now, next, Iloilo City Mayor Raisa Treña said flood control projects in Iloilo under St. Timothy and Alpha and Omega are non-functional which caused flooding worth 560 million. So, naka-recover na ba dito tayo in terms of warranty? DPWH? Yung sa project na yon?
Wala po akong idea, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Well, dapat magkaroon kayo ng idea by now. Alam niyo naman po, magkakaroon tayo ng hearing ganito. Dapat inimbestigan niyo lahat ng mga project na questionable. Ito, lumabas sa media to, na-question ni Mayor Treñas. So, go and investigate this. Okay. Now, dalawa na lang. Paano tayo nakakabawi doon sa mga proyekto na mga ghost projects or yung mga delayed? Di ba meron yung tinatawag na performance bond? So,
Meron din pong retention money na hindi marirelease kung hindi pa nakompleto yung project.
now, kung hindi pa nakumpleto ang project dahil delayed, di ba may tinatawag na liquidated damages? So, magkano na po, magkano na po nasingil doon sa mga liquidated damages and give me a list of those projects na matagal ng delayed o yung iba pa ghost na dapat yan 1/10 of 1% per day. So kung yung project ay delayed na for 1 year, just imagine, that's hundreds of millions na. Kung pag-ipon-ipon natin, are you doing that?
Ayun po ay kukunin natin ng datos sa mga implementing offices kung nakapag-apply po sila ng liquidated damages sa mga delayed projects, Your Honor.
Okay, 103 contractors, natanong ko na ito noon, hindi nyo ako nasagot kasi minadali ako noon. 103 contractors blacklisted. Okay, out of these 103 contractors blacklisted dahil nga hindi maganda yung kanilang trabaho, substandard and ghost projects, bakit isa lang ang flood control projects doon? Out of 103. At ngayon, pinag-uusapan natin, sabog-sabog na napakarami pala mga flood control projects na nangyari sa ating bansa. And yet, sa 103 na na-flag down ng DPWH, isa lang bukod tangi ang may kinalaman sa flood control. Why?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, hindi ko po masasagot. Wala po akong...
No, I asked this question before. Then, dapat nasagot yun na by now. Kasi, tinanong ko na dapat prepared na kayo. 103, tapos isa lang ang flood control. Parang naglulukan tayo rito. Diba? So, next time, siguro, Mr. Chair, obligahan natin mga ito na pag susunod na hearing, i-provide nyo sa amin ng reason kung bakit sa 103, isa lang ang flood control project na ano nyo, na flag down.
I-flag ko po sa Director ng Procurement Service, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Sino siguro sa DPWH in charge of that? Maybe you have to research and ask.
Procurement Service po yung ng Central Office po yung in charge ng siguro pagre-recommend. Of course, implementing office po ang makakaalam niyan kung sila ay kailangang i-blacklist o delay sila.
Kaya nga, kung kailan nila i-blacklist, so kailangan i-blacklist, kaya nga 103 got blacklisted. But unfortunately, out of the 103, only one was involved in flood control project. So ano nangyari doon sa iba? Na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon by the hundreds na. Tama? You follow me? You know what I'm saying, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, next time. Siguro next time din, Mr. Chair, dalawa na lang. Papatawag natin itong mga insurance companies.
That's a good idea.
Patawag natin itong mga insurance companies as well kasi pagdating sa warranty retention money sa faulty projects, ang sinasabi, nakarating sa information, mabagal daw ang pagbayad nito mga insurance companies. Baka ito mga insurance companies, ito yung mga fly-by-night o house show na which is also owned by some of the people from the DPWH. Kaya hindi nababayaran, nasasayang lang itong mga warranty faulty projects. Yung pag-warranty, pagpakabayad sa kanila.
And then the last but not the least, a couple of months ago, nag-raid ang NBI sa Bulacan sa mga steel mills selling cheap, substandard steel. Okay.
Senator Rapi, the insurance commissioner, I think, is present.
Is there, nandiyan ba Insurance Commission? So bakit yun ang reklamo, Mr. What's your name, sir?
Regalado, sir.
Are you investigating itong mga insurance companies to make sure that they're legit, that they're capable, at meron silang kakayahan magbayad? Dahil ang reklamo din kasi bakit matagal ang pag-process sa pagbayad para doon sa warranty ay mabagal doon yung pag-process nitong mga insurance corporations.
We managed to settle the claims when they are filed with us. But ganito lang ho yung proseso natin. Insurance companies are sureties. No? They only cover about 30% of the project, and then ang bawat risk po nila ay hanggang 250 million. Kami po, ang jurisdiction namin, ang pwede lang naming magamit is about 5 million. At yung iba po, they have to go to the civil courts to claim. Ang punto po dito is kung hindi makolekta sa mga kontraktor, pwede hong dumiretso ang DPWH sa amin para tulungan sila because these are all callable on demand. Yung po ang ating GPPB at DB.
Okay, meron naman pumunta taga DPWS para doon sa proseso na sabi ninyo.
The last time I checked, wala po kaming
Wala.
natatanggap.
Bakit wala? Eh, ang dami mga projects na dapat kailangan mabayaran dahil under warranty dahil palpak. And yet, sabi niyo walang pumupunta.
Yeah, wala po.
At sinasabi ng DPWH, mabagal daw kasi magbayad yung mga insurance companies. And yet, DPWH doesn't come to you.
Yeah, wala po ang DPWH. Usually ho, it's settled between the DPWH and the contractors.
So DPWH, paki-check ba't hindi lumalapit sa insurance company?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and last, yung mga cheap steel mills na ito'y paboritong puntahan ng mga loko-loko mga contractors. Alam niyo to, tumatawa kayo ng ulo, especially dyan sa Bulacan, marami yan, nag-raid na nga yung NBI niyan. Unfortunately, yung ginawa nilang raid, house show lang. Matapos nilang raid, humingi lang ng pera, and then umalis na. Ito ang nakakatakot dahil, Mr. Chair, especially mga earthquakes, di ba, pina-expect natin na pwede mangyari at anytime. Pati sa mga kalsada rin, ito yung mga galing China, na mga, in fact, bana ito sa China, ito mga steel products. Alam niyo po ito, bakit hindi niyo po ito pinag-raid? O bakit hindi niyo po ito pinapapasara? At patuloy pa rin po kayong nagiging parokyano ng mga steel mills na ito.
Siguro sir, may tatanong ko yan sa aking mga kasamaan na nasa distrito, yung sinasabi niyong Bulacan District, o kaya sa Regional Director po ng Region 3 na nakakasakop nun. Dahil ngayon ko lang po din narinig yung NBI na ni-raid, na nag-raid or something. Ngayon ko lang po narinig.
So, ibig sabihin, NBI hindi gumawa ng coordination sa inyo to inform you na, hey, maraming mga steel mills sa buong bansa, kasama din yung Bulacan, i-raid namin dahil ito ay bilihan ng mga kontraktor ng DPWH na mga substandard materials.
Sa opisina ko po, walang nagko-coordinate. Baka po sa opisina ni former Secretary Bonoan.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, next time, invite din natin DPWH saka DTI. I mean, yung DTI and NBI.
Yes, I think we will do that.
Thank you. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Are you done?
I walk the talk, so 5 minutes. Tapos na.
Actually, Yusek, hindi mo sinagot yung isang napaka-importanting tanong niya. It's about the performance bands, security bands. Kasi dapat, halimbawa, ghost project talaga, o defective yan, talagang wala na. Hindi ba, you will need to terminate the contract and declare a default para makakolekta kayo sa insurance company. Tama po, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Callable yung ano ninyo eh. Kasi
Yes.
kung hindi naman kayo magdi-declare at hindi nyo terminate ang contract, mahihirapan lang sila and everybody will go to court. Matagal po yun eh. At saka yung sinasabi ni Senator Rapi, yung nag-raid kasi mali yung ni-raid niya sa Bulacan nagpunta. Alam po nyo kung nasaan yung mga substandard tsaka yung mga counterfeit na mga bakal-bakal na yan mga reinforcing bars. Nandyan sa San Simon, Pampanga. Yan ang steel capital of the Philippines today. So, yan, for your information. So,
Mr. Chair, Pampanga nga pala. Not Bulacan, sinabi ko, Pampanga. Pampanga.
yun, tama ka. So, San Simon yun, San Simon. Senator Bong,
Capital, STL o STAL?
Mr. Chair, once again,
up sana si Senator Robin, kaya lang kuya ka raw niya, kaya ikaw muna daw.
salamat, Senator Robin. Mr. Chair, I once again give my support to this committee as your Vice Chairperson ng Blue Ribbon and join you along with our colleagues in our pursuit for justice and accountability. We must make those involved in failed and ghost control projects accountable. Let's make accountable all those who are responsible for all this mess. Panagutin natin ang lahat ng responsable dito, imbis na flood control, ang meron tayo ay floods na out of control. Kapabayaang out of control, bastusan na po ito na out of control. Mula sa contractors, implementers, at maging proponents at legislators, lahat po ay dapat imbestigahan. We must leave no stone unturned. Managot po ang dapat managot. Kapamilya man, kaibigan, o mga name dropper, wala tayong sasantuhin. Lalo na yung mga nagpayaman sa mga proyektong hindi ipinapatupad ng maayos at naglagay sa kapahamakan sa buhay at kalusugan ng taong bayan. Bastusan na po ito, ginawang gatasan ang mga proyekto ng gobyerno, kailangan ng kahit anumang bansa ng infrastructure. Totoo naman po yun, kailangan natin ng infrastructure para umunlad. Pero huwag po haluan ng bastusan at gatasan. Paano uunlad ang bayan kung ginagawa po itong gatasan ng iilan? Ang daming Pilipino na nangangailangan ng tulong, lalo na ngayong madalas na naman ang pag-ulan, isang malaking insulto sa sambayan ng Pilipino na habang nabubunyag ang bilyon-bilyong pisong anomalya sa flood control, lubog sa baha ang maraming bahagi ng bansa. Konting ulan, ang taas na ng baha, lalo na ngayon na may typhoon season na naman po. Flooded streets are also breeding grounds of insects and bacteria that cause diseases. Nasayang po ang pera ng taong bayan sa mga ghost flood control projects na yan. Tapos magdadala pa ng sakit sa mga kababayan natin at gagastusan na naman po ng ating pamahalaan. Hindi lang strike 1, strike 2 pa ang sa kaban ng bayan. Nakakalungkot at nakakagalit na ang pondo ng bayan na posibleng napunta po lamang sa iilang kamay na iilang nagpapayaman at nananamantala. Nagpapabusog habang ang mga kababayan natin ay naghihirap at nagugutom. This is not just corruption, but an injustice in every sense of the word. Ilang Pilipino na sana ang napakain, napagamot, nabigyan ng bahay at naiahon sa hirap kung ginamit yung perang yan sa tama. Nakakapanlumo na 1/3 lang po ng budget ng DOH ay ang 1/3 lang po ng budget ng DOH kumpara po sa DPWH. Dapat